24/7 video game podcast.
Hiya! 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 Whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Today we are your hosts, Algie857.
The 23rd Stallion!
Sticks and your boy Big Shock. What up?
And today we have a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Family-friendly, variety streamer, focusing on all Nintendo and chatting with all you crazy people out there. Fellow YouTuber,
Yes.
lover of all games, and hopefully he doesn't miss his calling as a voice actor. Please welcome our guest today,
Oh, yeah.
Art of
Oh man! Thank you guys.
You and Turbo missed your calling as
That
a
was-
ring announcer.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir.
That was good. Thank you guys. Thanks for having me on. It's been great just chatting with you before we got started here.
Doing a lot of, making some moves behind the scenes. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about Chalk's OnlyFans and all. No, I'm just
Link in bio.
link in bio,
Link
link
in
in bio,
bio,
link in
guys,
bio,
link
link
in
in bio,
bio.
link in bio.
You know what? I have to get used to saying mana because I spent my entire life saying Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
right?
It's like when you get to the internet, the first time you hear all these names being pronounced different, I'm like, really?
How many names did we mess up?
Mana?
How many names? There's so many names.
Yeah,
Are you
man.
sure?
Like, think of, not to completely go off.
Ryu.
Ryu,
Ryu, Gully, Guile.
Yep.
Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden.
Yep.
What is it? The main bad guy in that game is, we called him Jaquio. It's Jackio.
Jackie.
I'm like, man, can't get any of these names right.
No. And Final Fantasy 2, every name in that game I said wrong.
Except for Edge.
Except for Edge. Yeah.
Kazuya.
Cecil. I'll
Kazuya,
never call
Kazuya.
him Cecil.
Kazuya.
Cecil, Cecil.
But now I understand. It's
Cecil.
mana.
Man.
So welcome to the show.
I mean,
could be
you know,
more.
and here's the thing. Like, I'm sure that you take a poll and it's going to be, 50-50 or whatever. You know, plenty of people are going to say mana. I just always said mana, and actually, yeah. And another thing with my name is obviously, so I love Secret of Mana. The Mana franchise is awesome. Actually,
Some of them. Some of
it's
them.
okay. The Secret of Mana is amazing.
It's okay.
I'm gonna like qualify this for a second, but I mean, that was part of how I got my name. The other part actually is the mana in the desert, like scriptural. That's actually the thing that like to me connected with it, and the whole idea of just this sort of magic, which like I love Tolkien, and so it kind of all just wrapped up into one, and sort of that idea of magic and mana and all these sort of references just bounce around in my head. So to me, it was always mana. And then the first time someone was like, "Hey, Mana," I was like, "What?"
You just call me Mama?
And then, and the other thing I get is, "Hey, Art," and you know what? I get it, but I think we were talking before we got started. At some point, there's an origin story. There's some lore to how I got my name, but suffice to say, it's kind of gotten to the point where I consider like all the content that I create on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else to be the art of mana. So that's kind of why I don't necessarily go by Art, because it's like the name is Mana. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah, we've got the Friends of Mana, and I see Memory Martin there in the chat. How you doing, Memory Martin?
What up,
Good
what
to
up?
see you.
What's going on, Memory Marta?
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome
Yes.
to the chat. Welcome.
Yeah.
And I missed another name.
Woo!
What was the other name? There was someone else.
I was going to say.
There was
how,
Art of Mana.
It was me. It was me.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the chat is leave a comment, and we will respond to you. We see you. We see you. We right here. We right here.
It's that reading again, man.
Damn that reading.
You
Well,
calling out the lurkers?
I
Oh
was using
man.
that to say, what's up, man?
yeah.
Welcome to the show. Transitioning back to the show.
Wow.
He's trying to save himself.
Seamless. I love you guys.
Quality save, bro.
Class act.
Boy, that was smooth, right? Come on. All right, so how do we usually start?
Oh, well.
Yo, he's like, someone save me, please.
All right. I'm gonna
Somebody help.
I'm going to save it right now because, first off, shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody, let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you're playing. And we're going to start the news.
Uh-oh.
Ready for the news?
Let's do
Ready,
it.
y'all?
Are you?
One,
Yes, we go.
two, a 1, 2, 3, and.
Yeah.
So smooth.
The way you did the intro, I had to do the shoebops. All right, let's get the news started.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't seen our show recently, we were talking about Dead Space recently. In our last show, actually.
Yes, we were 2 shows ago.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Okay, it was 2 shows. All right.
Good call, good call, good call.
I wasn't watching because I was on.
I was editing.
He was editing. He's like, I know what that shit
That's
is.
why I know.
So, Dead Space Remake could be out at the end of 2022.
Ooh.
So we didn't have a date. We were all just thinking it may be out. I mean, it was rumored that they were working on the remake, and it's a remake. But they didn't exactly give you a time stamp of when it was going to come out.
Right.
So we like to assume, maybe it's out in November. Nah, we didn't assume. So
Assuming dates is always
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Always look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we waited for them to actually say a time frame. They
Right.
didn't exactly say the exact time frame, but I don't know, it's a year and a half sounds about right.
Yeah.
But
Sudden though. Shit.
That must have been in
that
the
just
oven
means they've
for a
been
hot
working
minute.
on it, and they said they don't have anything to show right now, obviously.
Right.
But
Lies.
according to Game Heat online, they said they've spoken to some members of EA Motive team, and they said the current plan is for Dead Space to launch at the end of 2022, and this will put the game at EA's 2023 fiscal year at the end of it. So this means we haven't yet to get the confirmation for it, but it seems that it's going to be around that time.
Okay.
So they said the project will probably be shown up before the end of the year, although the scope of when it is going to be done is not, it's still up in the air. So they said that the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley?
In November
Game Awards is in December.
or December. Okay.
So they said that's generally packed with, world premiere.
Right.
So, so if they're going to show some footage, they
about
may
that.
try and push it to that time frame
Right.
to at least show you what it's going to be looking like. Because obviously we know what Dead Space is going to look like, but we don't know what that remastered version is going to look like.
Yeah.
And he said that they're going to reintroduce players to its universe, and they said the remake will incorporate elements from the first and second game series, aiming for a single cohesive camera cut throughout, similar to Dead Space 2 and God of War. So that means that it's supposedly not going to cut away from you. And I didn't realize that it did that in God of War
and that
for
was-
a long time. And it really stays on you the entire game.
Dead Space
Yeah.
2 was my favorite
Yeah.
Dead Space, and I think it did the same thing. It was
Yeah.
the camera
Yeah,
was
so
on
it's
you the entire time, the whole game.
But they said it's
It
not
was
going to have
freaking eerie, man.
it's not going to stick with events. It's going to stick with events from the first game, not the second.
Right.
But the way that they are going to display what's going on is based on the second and God of War.
That's
far as
awesome.
the,
That's
camera.
gonna be cool.
This just screams out to me that there was just things that they could not do the first time around that they were just dying to do
They
and
wanna
waiting for the
polish-
technology. They
they
wanted
wanna
to do it the
polish
right
experience.
way, which is I can't hate on that.
Right.
Even though, because I don't think it's more of a it needs better graphics. I don't think they're jumping on
Nah,
that.
that
I
was
think
a smooth game.
yeah, no, because the graphics were
Yeah.
very good in that game. I think it's more of a we got to make the atmosphere the way that we intended for,
Right.
and we can
So
do
what-
it now.
What, they wanted more scary? Damn.
No,
Trying to kill
dude,
people.
I avoided that game for years because of how scary it was.
It sticks
And I'm
out
gonna
there.
play it.
No, it's a great series. The second one is my favorite out of the whole series.
Before we
So
even
good.
started the podcast, me and Mana said that we were gonna start Dead Space as soon as possible because that's why you laughing?
That's what I play. I'm streaming it. It's
Streaming
We're
it
gonna do a
tonight,
marathon
right? You
in
guys are streaming it
October.
tonight?
yeah, stream tonight.
Yeah, Eric and I got this.
But they said that they
You
also-
and Chalk,
Oh
right? You
my
and Chalk?
god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Chalk
yeah,
just gave me
totally.
the death
And
stare.
and Master
Master
Chef. It was weird.
We both got the death stare.
Master
Oh
Chef
my
is
God.
not in Dead
Yeah.
Space.
He's the last boss.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Halo.
There
He's in
is no
Halo.
master chef. All right?
I'm sure there is. Look
It's
online.
Master Chief.
Look online.
Really?
Man.
There's definitely a Master
You
Chef.
nerds.
There's a show. There's a show called Master Chef.
Of course, there's a show called Master Chef.
But
It's delicious.
you guys like picked the most random person to talk about Dead Space. As I was saying beforehand, I am so like deathly afraid of horror games and stuff and like blood and gore, all that stuff. And I usually don't, get to the AAA titles on other platforms because I'm usually busy with like
Right.
Nintendo and indies and stuff and retro stuff. So yeah, like I've never played the original. I guarantee you won't be playing the remake 'cause
Making this for you.
I don't
Yeah,
blame
yeah.
you.
I don't want to shorten my
Okay.
lifespan.
All right.
like so in preparation for this, you gave the news articles we are going to talk about, and I looked it up. I'm like, Dead Space. What is that again? I was like, Dead Stranding, Dead Stranding. Like, and I look up Dead Space, and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks all nice and everything. All of a sudden, there's this jump cut, and then like blood on the floor, and I'm going, ah!
We need that on stream.
Like, this is not
see
for
now
me.
people are like, oh, you need to stream some scary games on your damn
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
I want to see. People want to see everyone terrified, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit is funny to me.
It is. It's
It's so
entertaining, man.
entertaining.
It is
seeing
entertaining.
people scream for their life.
And you just outed yourself as screaming during the game.
Oh, it's
They're
perfect.
gonna definitely want. They're gonna ask you now. Your community is going to beg for this.
Oh, we got to holler at Jammer. Where's Jammer at? We gotta get Jammer
Oh,
to
he
play
doesn't
that.
remember, he
He's
was
not
like,
gonna.
"Nah, I'm not doing that, man."
Oh,
And
we
then-
we gotta get.
I'm sorry. I've got a town to tend to, like an island on Animal Crossing. Like, I got to get me some blue roses. So like, you guys just you do what you want to do. I'm gonna.
Isn't there spiders in that game?
I gotta do some
can't play
fishing.
that game because of the spiders.
There's a horror DLC coming out. So you heard about it.
The tarantula. That's
That's
fair.
the scariest part of the game.
I'm not even gonna lie though. The creatures in Dead Space make me so uncomfortable. I hate those creatures.
Necromorphs.
They did a good job, man.
Oh,
They
they do.
did a
They
very
did
good job.
I can only.
Incredible
What if they make them like drool and stuff? When
Oh,
you do it? I don't even want to know.
No, I'm good, guys. I'm good.
You gotta play the series.
Good.
But
You
they
gotta
said,
play the series.
they said
Stop
good.
it there.
they said they wanted to
But
cut.
I just saw a video. Oh, sorry.
No, it's-
I'm sorry.
Hold on, I was going to
Go
say the
ahead.
last thing they said. They wanted to cut elements that didn't work, and I don't understand what didn't work in that game. But
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see, I guess.
I can see in the first
Yeah.
first one.
What else are they talking about? The first one.
Oh, they're gonna cut the fear factor.
Yeah.
They cut that. I'm all in.
No, well, they didn't have the budget for the first one.
They need to add some Animal Crossing elements. Is what they need to do.
Farming.
That could be scary to some.
Your necromorph is gonna be furry and cute, and you can feed it like food and stuff.
feed it people.
Name is Spork. You can give it presents and celebrate its birthday. It's perfect.
We can teach it to do tricks like play fetch, but it'll bring back a human leg. Like, that's not what I threw at you.
They should have a
That's
scary
the-
animal.
No.
Crossing. That'd be a game.
It's wrong, Fido. That's
Didn't
wrong.
they
Wrong.
have a like a Stardew Valley type of thing
A
like that?
scary one, a zombie
Yeah.
one. Probably.
They do. They
The
do.
indie game.
What was
We
it
saw the
called?
trailer for it. I can't remember the name of it.
Ghost Valley,
Yeah,
something like that.
Valley.
or-
No. Was that something like
There's
that?
so much in that eShop. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. But listen, I just watched this video about like 6 hours before I got your message on what we were going to talk about. And it was talking about why movie monsters right now all look so
I just
homogenous.
saw that
So
this morning, actually.
did you see that too? Yeah. And I was just saying, like, what Truck was just saying made me think of this is like, or I think it's about the monsters. I think it was you that were saying that the monsters look scary and everything. I just looked briefly when I was looking at the trailer for Dead Space, and the first thing that came to my mind was, oh man, it looks like those movie monsters that this thing was talking about.
Long
It's all that
limbs.
like same
Yes.
kind of thing. Yeah, the long limbs, the
Blooming
like
head,
muscles,
mouth
kind
with
of.
teeth.
Yeah.
And there's different kinds.
But they all have no eyes because they don't want them to seem like they have feelings. And there's a certain way that you do a monster nowadays. Because if they do and they have a terrifying look and they're looking at you, that's harder to do obviously than just a plain face
Yeah.
with teeth.
That's
But
like the
that's still
flood from
terrifying.
Halo.
It's just default terror.
Someone will have a heart attack playing one of these games. Someone will.
Oh yeah,
They're
In
gonna get
VR.
sued.
In VR. They're gonna bury him in
Right.
a VR helmet.
What I think is interesting about it though is that I'm trying to remember. I should have see. Look how professional I am. I don't have the article in front of me, but I think it said something. Jason, maybe you've got it. Didn't it say something about it's in an updated version of Unreal Engine? Was that right?
I think you said that.
I didn't say it.
He said, I didn't say it.
I think you did say that. I thought I heard it.
I didn't say it out loud.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Oh, maybe.
They said,
Or maybe it was
No,
in
I
the
don't see it in
was it in a trailer? Because that sounds
Maybe.
like,
Maybe it
sounds
was
familiar.
somewhere. I thought.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's very popular.
But if
It's very
it
popular for them
is,
to make it that way
yeah, right.
for this particular version.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, I think that's just proof that right now the whole way that AAA games are made is reliant so much on the game engines, you know, like the Unreal Engine. And so maybe I'm talking. I mean, I'm talking without actually knowing these things, anyways. But maybe I'm talking more so without knowing these. But like, you know what I
Once they
mean?
could add more hair and more burned skin,
Right.
and like weird stuff like that. I think it'll be less homogenized, like the same like
Yeah.
basic slimy skin type deal.
Yuck.
So
Right.
Oh, we got heavy metal in the chat, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
So,
Excuse me.
we just have to do that
There's
every
certain
time.
things we must do when people pop in. I feel like it's like Wayne's World.
Damn, I wish I could.
And then we
feel
just
that.
go back to normal right
Yeah,
after,
yeah,
like it never happened.
So looking forward to it. Like we said last time, it should be very interesting. That's probably going to be one of the most horrific, evil, scary games to pop
Probably. I'll agree
up
with
within
that.
the next good 2 years.
I'll agree
y'all
with
can
that.
stream that.
So not for me. Okay.
Y'all
Strictly
can
for Chuck, because
Nah, I'm
he's
not
going to
streaming
play
that.
debut.
Don't
day.
touch me. I'm not
Baby.
streaming that.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
The most requested game.
Stop it.
That
I'm
wasn't
not
even
streaming
me.
that. Yeah, it was
That
you.
wasn't even me.
It was you.
That was the ghost.
I'm not
That was the
streaming
necromorph.
It was a
That was the
necromorph.
necromorph.
Whatever, man. We
All right.
then we gonna die together. Moving on.
Next piece.
I wasn't ready.
Damn, Jay,
okay.
this
He
is so
wasn't
unprofessional.
ready.
That's it. You just keep
Nah,
talking.
man, I didn't say in
No.
the comments, leave what you see.
No.
Leave what you see.
He wasn't ready.
That's how we ended up. All right, here we go. Street Fighter V's last new character is a kickboxer named
Luke. What up, Luke?
I am your father.
So we've been waiting for this. You know,
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 is 5 years old. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh!
5
What?
years old.
5.
No.
Yep.
That's insane. And I bought it the first day it came out.
I did too.
And it took him
Too
what?
much fanfare.
It took
I
took
still
like
think-
3 years to release the
I
entire
still
game,
think
right?
4 is new.
Yeah, just about.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, not even. It took 5 years.
It's the last,
Like, this
Yeah,
is-
yeah,
it just
technically,
ended-
yeah.
It just ended the original.
Right.
and they that was the last game I pre-ordered, man.
No, you
Never,
learned your
never
lesson.
again.
You learned your
Yeah, I
lesson.
learned my lesson. No more pre-orders.
Listen,
There
I
you go.
pre-ordered freaking Shadow Colossus, and I did not get my free like glowing sword.
Wow.
They never gave me
There
no
you go.
gold.
That's how it's starting to show.
Yeah.
That's how it's, that's how
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna
If
start.
you saw his face while he said that, that's what
That-
made me die
that
so
is
much.
I'm
exactly-
still mad about
Case in
that.
So upset.
Case
That-
in point, man.
So I'm still mad.
Learn
I
your
got it.
lesson.
My glowing sword.
It's supposed to be a perk.
Pre-orders, no.
So back to back to this character. So we've been waiting a very long time. This character's been a question mark for at least more than half a year.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, you guys just announced this. You announced the other characters. You announced, what was it? It was Akane and Oro. Those
Oro,
are the other two characters that are coming out like the end of this month.
I think Rose
Rose was early.
and
She was
Dan.
all right.
It was Dan, Rose,
And Dan, yep.
Akane from rival schools.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They threw rival schools in there.
And they
Yeah.
had the combo system in there too for me.
What?
And
So they've done some good stuff with this last game Fighter Pass. But that question mark, everybody's like, oh, it's gonna be from Samurai Shodown, it's gonna be from King of Fighters, it's gonna be somebody like they always hype, you know how it is.
It would have been cool if it
Yeah.
was Terry Bogard. Not gonna lie.
It might have been, yeah, it would have been cool.
I'm all for Banjo Kazooie. That's all.
Oh my god.
So he drops up in Street Fighter.
I was like, this
Yeah, yeah.
burn this.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what, Street Fighter, we had a good run.
Yeah. Get man in there, like, Wait, what? Wait, what?
Well, I mean, at least that's a
Capcom.
Capcom
Capcom,
property, and it makes
Shantae.
sense.
Nah, that should have been
Dante.
Goku.
Yeah,
That
that's
should've
true,
been Goku
actually.
in
Yeah.
that game.
Shantae.
Since they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But that would have been cool too. But all right. So how they announced it? After they announced those two other characters and they showed their gameplay and stuff, which combos are sick. But and they did improve a lot on the game. Don't get me wrong. It's still not better than Street Fighter 4, but they did improve a lot on Street Fighter 5. But it was for the esports audience. It's not the same game. Hopefully, their next games will deal with something more akin to what Street Fighter is actually to us fans of actual Street Fighter 2. But yeah, so they announced those characters, and then it was like, all right, I was watching
Max.
Maximilian.
Yeah, I watched this also. Yeah. Oops, sorry.
He's awesome. If you like fighting games, definitely check that out. You probably already know. But he was talking about it, and they went to a Twitch chat. The esports guys were talking. He's like, "Oh, we got 5 minutes left. I don't think they're gonna announce nothing. They're just talking here. They're just talking because he had a bet. Like if they announce the character, he'll have to give out like subs or whatever to
Yeah.
his channel, and that's a lot of money. And he had a lot riding on it. He's like, "Oh, we got 3 minutes, man. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Man,
They're just talking. This is
I
they're
got
just
caught.
wasting 15 minutes here about nothing. I'm waiting though. I'm excited. I'm trying to see.
To have money like that, man. Damn.
Yeah.
And then, well, he's a big streamer.
Wow.
But then they got to the 1 minute. He's like, yeah, this ain't happening. These guys wasting my time right here. It's not gonna happen. And then he said, and we're throwing it off. We're gonna talk about something that's gonna like hint at the future of the series. And I was like, and he was like, future of the series. future of the series. What are you talking about? It's part 6? You got to drop a hint about 6? Because, that's the next obvious.
Well, they've been talking about that for like.
No, they gotta do 5 Championship Edition. They gotta do Turbo.
Right. Turbo.
Super.
Street Fighter 5 hyper
Turbo
fighting.
Dash.
It is champion.
Super. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's already done. Even though they said they weren't going to do that.
Yeah.
But,
They lied.
Right.
they definitely lied. But
Oh, yeah.
at the last second, they said, let's throw it off. We're going to do that. And I don't know what that meant. I still don't know what it means. Like, oh, this is showing you something of the future of the series. And they showed Luke, this guy. He's like a blonde surfer dude, but like he's a fighter.
Like an
he's an
MMA
guy.
slash.
I feel like the what they meant like for the future of the series, like the newer characters are gonna be like more grounded and more MMA like. That's what
Maybe?
I think.
Maybe.
I wouldn't want to
Or
see all the characters.
I mean,
If
they're
you go
not
by
all gonna
history-
be like that, but
if you go by history, he has a stringy hair look, blonde hair, diesel guy. Very similar to how Alex looked in Street Fighter 3. His name's Alex, right? The dude?
Yeah.
He stands backwards with his legs stupid.
yep.
I don't know why I know that, but I do know his name's Alex.
Yeah. He had the weird stance. But that was the main character of Street Fighter 3.
Supposed to be.
He was supposed to be, yeah. When they first released it, they
Right.
said, forget Ryu, forget all these guys. This is the
Nah.
main character.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, are they going to do this again? And make
Ooh.
this new character the main guy?
You're not passing the torch from Ryu to Ken unless
No.
you completely kill them off in the series.
Unless they make him super old and he's training people. I don't know what they're going to do with the story.
Maybe.
Capcom's E3 presentation.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that was so horrible. It made you
But
think
listen,
like.
this is
Like
so-
I'm not gonna put it past them. Is all I'm saying.
But
That's all.
like
Yeah.
I said,
They're on the streak of disappointments.
Yeah, exactly.
like I said with the OLED Switch, they announced it right after E3, which is
Right.
silly to me because to make things
Yeah.
big at the biggest thing in a year,
Right.
you think, oh, at the Super Bowl they don't wait.
Well, the Switch thing made it sense because
But
it's
I'm
not
saying-
it's not a big announcement
But I'm
because it's
saying-
not a pro.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
if,
But this
you do,
could've
if
worked.
you do the Super Bowl, if you do the Super Bowl, you don't put your $1 million commercial.
And this makes sense to me because
After.
not everyone's going to get behind a new character that they don't care about.
But the presentation that they had with these two characters,
Mm.
and then the reveal of the character that people may have said, I want to know what this is, please show it at E3.
Mm.
For them to show that, the put on the show that they did at E3,
Mm.
I think that was way more hurtful than them actually doing
Well,
something that
I-
somebody might have
Well,
anticipated.
it's a double-edged sword because it's either don't show anything or I'll show something that I'm going to hype up and you'll be disappointed because you'll know who it is. So
I mean, that's just
Yeah,
E3
like,
right now.
so-
No matter what you do, you're
Yeah.
doing it wrong.
I mean, obviously, you're going to have your
Yeah.
you
But
can have
but
your
still.
yin and
From
yang.
what they showed, it
But it should have been something.
well,
You
if
think they
you're
didn't
gonna
have any
Yeah.
idea?
if you're gonna be at E3, you gotta have something.
I did,
That's all.
to be honest, I think they it stunk, and this would have added to it.
Exactly.
And not saying it's a bad announcement either.
no,
I'm not
it's a
even
good
saying it's a bad announcement. It's just how people are. They want to see people they're familiar with and all that shit.
mean-
but it's like,
But if people were waiting, they might as well have gotten some pay. Yeah.
I watched the trailer and I'm a Street Fighter fan and like I saw the character. I was like, all right, he looks
cool.
pretty cool.
But you know what?
It looks cool
I
as
thought
hell.
the same
how
thing.
it-
I thought the same thing. And then I saw everyone at the same time because I was watching like a live thing they were typing. Everybody at the same time was like, "Ah, it's pretty cool. He fights pretty cool. It's not what I expected, but pretty cool." And then you can see it. You can see like the hate getting dropped in. Like,
of course,
5 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, who's this character? Oh, he sucks. Oh, who's this? This is awful. This is the worst thing ever. And then you can see everybody's moves switch slowly to, yeah, you know what? He's not that great. I was like, what?
well, you have the people who don't know how to feel, and they'll wait for the majority to have a certain feel about it, so
Yep.
they can copy that. And then you have the
See the
genuine
room
hate. It's just
Yeah.
like,
change. You can see the room change as it's going. It's like he wasn't that bad, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
nah,
know that cool character.
nah, he looks like a very cool character.
Well-
I mean, I was just waiting. I'm like, all right, I
He is
can't
a
wait to
new
figure out how to
character.
beat him up with Ryu. or
Yeah,
Ken.
right, exactly.
Well, they said he's a lot like Steve.
Yeah. No, I mean,
from Tekken.
Okay.
From Tekken.
What did you
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
so, I'm a Street Fighter fan, but I'm not, like when you said that 5 has been out for 5 years, I was thinking, man, 4 still seems new to me. Like that feels like it came out like last year, but, and part of that's I'm always sort of a generation behind on Nintendo consoles, but like admittedly, ever since Street Fighter 2, like I still go back. My favorite Street Fighter experience is the first Super Nintendo Street Fighter 2. Like not Super, not Championship, just
That
boom.
was a
that's
magical
it.
game.
I like Turbo.
And yeah, and I think that the beauty of that game is that it's so chess-like. You know, they say about Street Fighter as a series that, you know, you have these move sets and they all fit into place, and there are sort of the right moves and the right sequence in order to win a match. But as soon as you get this huge roster in there, it's something different. So, like, compare it to the Marvel versus Capcom. That franchise is all about these big, like, massive moves and a lot of different elements than just the chess, like, you know, chipping away at each other's health bar. Like, they're about combos and screen filling special effects and stuff. And they have these huge rosters because it's fun to see all the different moves and stuff like that. So to me, you know, Street Fighter is best in its simplest form, and I think that's also why, like, I'd go back to the same roster of a few fighters, because, you know, you start to learn those and you have fun with them, and you have a friend that does the same thing, and you just kind of have those chess matches back and forth. So to me, it's not a franchise that benefits from a huge roster anyway, but it makes sense why they do it, because all the other fighting games are trying to, you know, do it. Like, you know, on Smash Brothers with the Fighter Pass, this is like a big thing. But I think that for a Street Fighter 6, it would be really cool to see something that's just a small roster, real focused, and getting back to that, you know, just basic kind of fighting gameplay. And then the only question is it going to be new characters, or is it going to be our fan favorites? And honestly, that's a tough one, because, like, as you talked about, Street Fighter 3 comes out, people are, who are these guys? So I think that Capcom has a great thing, but it almost, I hate to sound like the old guy, it was way better back in my day. Like, it kind of was, in my opinion. But then also, they could do something different. So if they go, it's like they're in this middle ground where they could go really, really different, or they could go really, really back to their roots. And I feel like they have to kind of pick a lane right now, and that's where they'll find a lot of success going forward. That's my hot take. I don't know if I'm right, though. I don't know anything.
It's a very, I actually like that take a lot, because I'm a big Smash Brothers player, and I noticed that, like, when you oversaturate these fighting games, and, you know, Smash Brothers is a platform fighting game, in my opinion. It's not the same kind of level. I always got, because people will be like, "What are you talking about? Smash is a fighting game." But it's like, when you keep adding characters and characters and characters and characters, it kind of takes away from that chess match of, hey, I've been picking Ryu my entire life, and now you just came out with a character that's never been in this series, and nobody can fight against this character. Now it's just like, oh no, I like the chess match between Ryu and Ken, or Chun-Li and blah, blah, blah. Now I gotta learn how many other characters? Like 30?
Yeah.
Like 40?
Yeah.
50? That's a lot, because it's not just learning a character, it's learning how to fight against 50 other characters.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
And that sometimes takes away from, you know, hey, I only like my 3 characters that I go to, and this, and that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't touch these new characters that I feel are broken. Like, it always, and I do blame Smash Brothers for it, because they keep adding and adding and adding, and then you have Mortal Kombat adding and adding, and then
wasn't. I don't think it was Smash Brothers' fault.
game. What?
I think if you want to blame a game, it would be Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because that was the one with the six. I think it had.
Oh, that was the 60 plus, right?
64.
Jeez Christ.
32 on each side, and I was. And don't get me wrong, I was there for it.
Yeah, no, because when you're a fan of the game,
right?
I'm a fan of Smash. So if they say there's a Fighter Pass 3, of course I'm gonna be about it, because I love the game. I love video games. I love the characters, but it also hurts the game. Also,
It's about balance.
I was gonna say,
like Matthew McConaughey says, man, it's all about that balance.
Is that what he said?
I knew he was going to say that. I knew
Listen,
he was going to find a way to throw that nonsense in here.
all I care about is when they come out with Street Fighter 6, is that they have an arcade mode. That's it. That's all I care about.
Oh yeah, an actual mode to
go.
play
Yeah.
the computer. You know.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 when I
Actual-
pre-ordered it, and I'm like, all right, the arcade. No, what the hell? It's a one
I'm
match.
with
Right.
I'm with you about the smaller roster, and I'm with you about the balance of the game.
Yeah.
But I also know that they did come out with a smaller roster, and everyone bitched so
No, I'm
hard.
saying it's so tough
Right.
at this
I'm talking
point.
about Street Fighter
Yeah,
5.
I'm saying it's at this point it's
But
tough.
then they added all
Street
these
Fighter
new
5.
characters to make the roster up to
Yeah.
about, what, 40 plus?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the reason why I didn't buy Street Fighter 5 at launch.
Well,
Because I was like, it's just this roster. I can only play online.
no arcade
Bye.
mode.
Such a
Like,
You don't learn
I'm
the
good.
No arcade mode.
I'll wait.
There's
Yeah.
no way you can learn the characters' moves. Like, when you fight a computer, there's a way to learn the characters and how to fight against them.
Yeah.
And when you fight other players, you're like, all right, I know how to stop that. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do to get past that?
But there's only so much that the computer
Yeah.
can teach you when you're fighting it. Even on the hardest difficulty,
Yeah.
there's only so much the
Right.
computer.
You-
Absolutely.
you just human
Yeah,
out.
But
Yeah.
when you
But I
fight
know-
other people,
I know
Yeah.
Ken's
However,
gonna do, I know Ken
it's-
is gonna
Yep.
do 3
it's-
uppercuts in a row. Like, I know he's gonna
Yeah, yeah.
do it
But
again.
they originated the freaking arcade mode, and then they took it out in part 5.
I
Yeah,
know,
that made no
I know.
sense.
Why'd they do that?
that made
I know
zero
Ryu
sense.
throws a fireball, and then he's gonna do a hard. Oh, I'm sure you can all the way up in the air. I know he's gonna do that. So
No, I'm with you, Alvin. Like I would say I probably spent half as much time playing arcade mode as playing against an actual person in Street Fighter 2. And it's like to take that out is just so sad.
That's
but
messed up. Don't
you
do
didn't like
that.
the story mode.
I don't play
the three-
online, man. I'm not.
You
Listen,
didn't
I'm
like fighting the 3
I'm like
characters?
Yeah.
I'm a casual Street Fighter player. Like I like
Right,
the online
right,
mode.
same here.
Like, I don't like the online mode. I like
I don't play
playing
people online.
I like
Right.
playing the arcade.
I like the arcade mode to practice and get used to my character.
Right.
Then I'll go online and probably get thrown and get my ass beat.
Yeah,
But they give you a really half-assed story. Though.
Definitely.
You don't
No,
through the one round matches. Like,
like that? Yeah, you don't like that?
See, this is where I can give Smash Bros. The advantage is because they did it in Brawl. They did the they call it subspace missionary mode or whatever, and it's like it's a story
Emissary,
mode.
yeah.
And it's
Yep.
a 2-player co-op story mode. You could play with whatever character you want. Story mode. They do it with the new game too. It's a story mode.
Let's not
So
talk about the
if you're
story
if
mode.
you're not into like the competitive scene and stuff like that, which I highly recommend no one gets into the competitive scene because it's so vicious. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I put myself through it. But I just like killing them. But it's like just play the story mode and it's a lot more fun that way, especially for casual gamers.
Let's not talk about the story mode in Street Fighter 5, though.
Oh, I don't even know if there
please,
was
no,
one.
no, there was one.
Oh, there was
Oh
one?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
no,
there
no,
was
no,
one.
bad.
I beat it in
Mortal
20
Kombat
minutes.
story is
They-
amazing. All right, Mortal Kombat does it the right way.
Mortal
beat it.
Kombat, Injustice, they do story. They
So
do
the-
storylines. They do story mode the,
Yeah,
the right
actually.
way.
Injustice.
Oh, I heard that
Oh,
was
yeah.
very good. I heard that was very
Yeah,
good.
That's
I
the
mean,
way to do
honestly,
it. Great.
oh, and they're
Yeah.
making a movie based on Injustice.
Yeah.
What?
Are they?
I mean, an
Yeah.
animated one. but
Yeah.
still.
Oh, that's still shit.
okay,
I'd rather
man.
see an
That's
animated one.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
To be honest.
I already
DC
know.
is
I know
working
they-
on that.
The one thing I want to say about going back to Street Fighter 5 or sort of what they could do, like, you know, picking a lane, you know, something like Smash, I think the difference between that and a Street Fighter game is that is designed for easy to learn, difficult to master, where, you know, you really could pick it up and you've got just a couple of buttons and you can get right into the thick of it, and it's chaotic enough and there's enough extra things going around in the environment where it kind of can balance it out somewhat. Or even, like, you know, a kid, I got into a Smash Brothers tournament one time, and it was a dad and his 4-year-old girl that just kicked me out of the game. I was toast. Yeah, but Street Fighter, it's like, imagine if you take, again, to use that chess analogy, imagine if you take the game of chess and then you're like, oh, by the way, here's 4 different piece types. Like, here's your, like, Joker and your horse and your, you know, like, and suddenly you're like, and this one does that and this one does that, and then they're like, wait, the game is fundamentally different. And so that's why, like, I think that there needs to be that initial idea on Street Fighter 5, like, small roster. This is for those people that want to play competitively, learn it inside and out, and really get the most out of it as a game as it is. As every time you introduce a new character, you're changing the whole game balance, and you're actually changing the game.
Right.
So
It is.
yeah, it doesn't work as well as something like Smash, I think, or even like the Capcom games, where admittedly the biggest draw for me on those games is seeing all these cool characters I like. So it's so much over the top. Like, what was it? Capcom versus
Tatsunoko versus
oh
Capcom.
gosh, what was it on Wii?
Tatsunoko versus
No, that
Yeah,
Tatsunoko.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Yeah. I love that game, but it's not about, like, you can play in the easy mode on the Wii. It's just, I mean, that's the only one it came out on. Like, you can just play it where there's just a couple of button presses to do your specials.
But that's fun.
Like, it's super fun. It's not the original Street Fighter experience. It's different. It's good, but, like, pick a lane. You know, one of those things is what you want to do.
So I'll leave it like this. I'm interested.
That's my hot take.
I'm interested in what Luke brings to the series. If he is going to do something with Street Fighter 6, because I am interested in 6.
Sorry to interrupt, but I remember this one part of Max's stream is he fucking drew the armor of Captain Commando on him, and it looks just like Captain fucking Commando. I was like, get the fuck out of here!
No, he did.
It's Captain Commando
Without
with the
armor.
armor. Yeah, it was hilarious.
His hair is a little out there.
Oh,
The
that's great.
glasses
But I'll leave it like this. I would rather. I don't care. I'm interested to see if that has anything to do with Street Fighter 6, and I'm interested in Street Fighter 6.
Right.
But just bring out Street Fighter Alpha 4, please. Just
He was one
Alpha 4.
just bring out
Yes.
Street Fighter Alpha 4.
What are we gonna see first? Street Fighter 6 or GTA 6?
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6.
That's
GTA 6 is not until 2025. I think
at all.
Capcom.
What-
I just said that to move on. All right.
I know we're moving on.
Oh,
I got to
go
say
ahead.
one more thing, just as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
quick throwaway comment. I would love to see hand-drawn, sprite-based Street Fighter return.
Ooh.
That's just my personal opinion. I think that would be
Street Fighter,
awesome,
I'm
as
not-
opposed
I'm
to
not mad
as
at
opposed to
that.
3D.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm not
right?
mad at
Street Fighter Alpha 4.
That would look
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly. Street Fighter
That
Alpha
would be
4.
beautiful.
Exactly,
I can see a
man.
ton of games
That would look too good. I'd have a heart attack.
with
Or
that
Guilty
treatment.
Gear.
Guilty
I'll
Gear,
take
Guilty Gear animation in
For
yeah,
Street Fighter
it's
6,
Street
Guilty Gear, and then
Guilty
Strikes.
Gear animation in
or
any
Alpha.
fighting game, period.
Fighter.
I'll take both. I'll take
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
That's how you make them different.
Can't be mad at that.
Probably
Can't be mad.
cry.
Oh, Relic Gamer in the chat just said, "I want to see a functional Star Wars Masters of Terraskasi, or Terraskasi, however you say it. You know that? Remember that PlayStation
Yes,
3D
I
fighting
remember
game? That game, my best friend and I, we would play that, and it's just like, it's a bad game, but it's so fun.
That's
Just
a
to, like,
podcast topic. Yeah. Bad,
Bad games
Right.
that we love.
Yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
definitely
Guilty
what we
pleasures.
talked about.
Yes.
We talked about that last week. That we were gonna do that.
That we were gonna do that.
Yeah.
Do
Right
we-
now.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, right now.
I'll come back if you
Yeah,
guys.
no,
want.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on.
Now seeing into the future.
Future.
This hurt
Oh.
my feelings.
Hold on. Let me get
Uh-oh.
I didn't even know about this, and the fact that
No one
I
knew
read this, I got
No,
angry.
Dude,
I got
Yeah.
very angry when I read
Yeah.
this.
I
Let
read
me
it.
talk about
I
it.
was
Let me
like,
talk about it.
Oh,
The Phantom Power Rangers game would have been an Arkham-like co-op brawler.
oh, that. Oh,
Okay.
Who canceled it?
Like
Who canceled it?
That's
It needs to be canceled.
that's a major ball drop.
Do you have a
Because-
name?
Because the thing is, like,
Yeah.
the roster of characters that they have, they're pulling from 30 years
Dude, come on.
of Power Ranger characters.
And it's
Like, the
Power
show
Rangers.
is still going on today.
Dude, come on.
And
you
you
know?
have multiple enemies. Like this is a classic beat 'em up scenario.
Yeah.
Like you have putties you can beat for days.
Yeah.
Just change their color.
Yeah.
All you
That's
said
all
was
you
Ark. As soon as you said Arkham-like co-op, I wanted to break my phone in half.
And Batman has yet to do it. They've yet
No
to do
co-op
it.
yet,
This
yeah.
would have been the first game like it. Well, what you call it? Turtles was close. Ninja Turtles, that game that played,
Yeah.
they fought like
Out
a
of
bit
this,
like
out of
Arkham.
this.
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
Shadows.
yeah. Out
Out
of
of
shadows.
Shadows.
Yeah,
Out of
that was
That
good.
was
Mhm.
close.
Yeah.
But come on, like all right, if you remember from back in the day, they had a YouTube short. There's a short film for Power Rangers. There was a dark version
Oh
of it.
yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, I remember that.
And the pictures that I see here that they had, it's like that. It's that movie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna
That
look at.
tone.
I'm not gonna look at those pictures because I'm gonna get angry.
no,
It's just,
it's a
just
title.
drawings. It's just drawings.
Okay.
It's just drawings.
Still good, man.
There was no game ever. It was just the concept.
Ugh.
But the way those pictures look, it looked like the dark version of the Power Rangers. And they're just in armor. It's super dark behind them. There's fire. It's crazy. It's
Was
crazy.
there any reason why it was canceled?
Imagine.
Why was it canceled?
Imagine.
I don't want to imagine.
You might imagine it.
No, no.
It's crazy because, like, literally, the show's been on for 30 years.
And I would have
Kids
known
are still
it was on
buying the
past
toys.
90.
That's
95.
it's a cash cow.
Why is
It's
it?
an absolute cash
Can
cow.
someone tell me why it was canceled?
No
Because
good
you
reason.
didn't see the last movie. That's why. It's your fault.
Man, I turned that shit
I
off
was
in like
just gonna
5
say,
minutes.
I
First of all,
wonder-
better after
I saw
five
it.
All right,
movies.
first of
I saw
all,
it. It
the
was
last movie was not bad at all.
I
I
turned
like
it-
that
it was
one.
good.
I like
Last
that
movie
one.
was not
I
bad.
turned it
at
off in
all.
like 5-10 minutes. I was
That's
like,
because you're whack.
I'm not even a Power
But
Rangers
it
fan.
didn't do well,
I'm not
right?
a Power Rangers fan at all, and I like that movie.
Nano, what'd you say?
That movie was good.
Okay. Well, it didn't do well, right?
not like they
Like
wanted
the
to.
last Power Ranger. I mean, I think
Not in
some
my
people.
house.
I mean, look, I'm someone who enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, like
Oh,
you know that movie. So like I don't have a lot leg to stand on. I didn't see the Power Rangers movie, but like if I remember right, a lot of fans were upset with it,
I don't
right?
see why.
I don't know why.
I don't know
see
why either. I'm
That movie
actually-
was dope.
But could that be why this got canned? Like maybe it was really tied to that movie. I don't know.
Well, they said there wasn't enough Power Rangers in the movie. That was the main complaint.
Oh,
Story driven.
But so here,
Oh, God
my
forbid.
favorite game, my favorite game for a platform. Like there is a video game platform where I think the best game on it is a Power Rangers
oh,
game.
it's Game Gear.
Uh,
It's Game Gear.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
oh
how
yeah,
to
well,
do
that's all relatively. That's
know
all,
that.
yeah. That is easy right
That
there.
is highly
You
known.
know
That game
okay.
is fire.
I'm.
That game is fire.
I am shocked. I've never come across anybody who's like even
That's
heard of that
unanimous.
game
That's
until before you
unanimous.
guys.
all
No,
played
that's,
that,
that was-
and we said this is
Dude.
the best
We can be friends. I like that.
This is why we have you on the show.
That solidifies
Right.
the bond there.
The love. Man,
That's
but
the
that is
connection.
that is such a
It's
good,
really good.
game. Like even I mean, you take it out of the platform, like it's still good.
Very good.
It's definitely the highlight of the Game Gear, and I think they did it with what the 5 original crew, or that's 6 because I think they had the Green Ranger
Yeah,
too,
Green was
right?
in there,
Didn't
yeah.
they? Yeah. So I mean, come on, basically if you have a compelling game, like you don't need a ton of Rangers, you just need. Like you said, I mean, the putty's already there. You've got
Bosses are
as long as you've got compelling
easy.
gameplay.
So
It's
To me,
gonna
I
be
think
fine.
it's the easiest
You got
game
your-
to make.
You got your
Yeah.
big bosses after you
Right.
fought the little boss.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, look, with a beat 'em up, with any beat 'em up, it's like story is like on the back burner.
Yeah,
It's like, it's the
does
gameplay,
anyone
man.
really care about the story of Power Rangers? Like, let's be honest.
No,
Do we
just-
care?
No, just put the Rangers
yeah.
in the game,
It's
make the fighting
characters.
great,
Exactly.
and
I've come to
There'll
take
be a
over
big
Earth.
boss sometime.
That's why it's the
I
perfect.
don't care
it's-
when.
It's the perfect thing to have.
Zordon.
Zordon.
This is the franchise. I had a friend in school who had his mom sew the crotch of some Power Rangers boxers because he wanted to like rep Power Rangers
Whoa.
at school.
I'm mad at that.
That's
wear him at
hardcore,
school,
man.
like-
I respect that.
That's hardcore.
Right?
No
But, you,
accident.
but,
Like,
but
there's people
my
out
only
there.
complaint is you got to learn how to sew yourself. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I need a seamstress. But, all
Exactly.
right, I'll tell you this way. Imagine if they canceled it because they wanted to make it 5 players online, like Avengers. And it's
Fine,
still, and it's
fine.
Still, and it's still like Arkham.
Fine,
Imagine-
fine. That's
imagine
fine.
That's okay.
But I need a reason. I haven't gotten one yet.
There's no reason.
Why was it canceled?
There's no reason.
I don't,
There's no answer.
budget.
And don't tell me no one's gonna buy it
Because
because
no, listen, because they had another Power Rangers game
for
that
mobile,
was-
for
that was
fucking mobile,
Flash,
right?
That was Flash
Yeah.
graphics.
For
And
mobile,
that
for
would've
fucking
made them
mobile.
More money. Made
Listen,
them more
Konami
money.
Are we
bought it.
talking about Battle of the Grid?
No, not the fighting game.
Okay, I was
Not the
about to
fighting
say.
game. No, the fighting game was great. That fighting game was amazing.
I know it is.
But
It's so
there was
fun.
this
We won't talk about
multiplayer-
them. We will not talk
There was
about
this
them.
multiplayer.
That's an
game.
answer, though.
Wait,
That's
talk
a
about who?
Konami.
On Metamorphic Force?
reason.
Got him. He walked right into
I
it.
know.
He walked right into
I
it.
set him up for that, actually. I set
Moving
him up.
on.
Sorry, go ahead. Good. I'm sorry.
So for anybody who out there who doesn't know, Big Chalk over here always brings up Metamorphic Force.
At least once a
At least
podcast.
once.
At least
a
once.
podcast.
At least once.
And yeah,
But
I
that
set
would
that one up.
That would be an interesting Power Rangers game, and the license calls for it. It should be done. Anyone listening, I don't know who's listening. If you're out there,
Yeah.
we want this.
Dot emu. Dot emu.
Yeah.
They're like, hold on.
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're the best. They're the
Please.
best.
2D with Batman Arkham.
Oh,
No, I still-
don't care.
I
They can do it.
Batman. What was it? Blackgate
Blacklist.
for the
Blacklist.
for the
Oh yeah,
Vita.
yeah, for sure. 2D.
I
That
still
was
yeah.
a side
remember-
scrolling.
They can
It
do
can be
And
done.
it was the same
Do it.
fighting mechanics as the Arkham,
Okay.
and it was awesome.
Okay.
It was actually really good.
I still remember the Power Rangers game that they had on Genesis, like based on the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It was a 2-player. It was a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
They should always be caught, first of all, because I remember they I don't know what system it was on, but there was one that released that was one player, and I'm like, this should never be a one-player game.
Yeah,
I
well,
started playing that. That
ever.
was a fake version of the Game Gear one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You
the
got to
entire
boss
show
and
is
it was
based
trash.
on teamwork. So
Yeah,
why would you make it a 1-player game?
Yeah, right.
Fuck out of here with that shit. I'm so upset
I'm
on
glad
why
What
I
if they
don't
had
have
it-
a
what if they-
reason.
What if they did it right and did the fighting?
Oh, Eric.
They did the one part made in Japan and one part made in America. All the cutscenes are made in America.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
That'd be
hilarious.
awesome. I would laugh my ass off, actually.
All the fighting of game.
Dude,
parts
I'm glad we got
Japanese.
this news topic because the
It needs to be
the
heard.
games that we've been playing is actually tied into this. So
Oh,
I'm gonna-
nice.
I'm going to talk about it further when we get to that part of the podcast. But
I'm actually happy and upset at the same time that this is a topic.
no, this is I am the same way, man. I saw this. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Well,
that. I mean,
For
it's the.
anyone,
But this happens so often. I mean, there's so many games out there that have been canceled that look awesome, and it just defies logic. I mean, you know that there's probably someone, who just stopped by and was like looking and goes, "What's that? Nah, you know what? You know what's really selling right now is Powerpuff Girls. Let's do
I
that
would take
one."
that.
What was the game?
I mean, that would be good too. But
What
like,
was
you
the
know,
game for
Nature.
Microsoft canceled? That was
Sorry
done,
about that dragon
and they
game.
showed.
Oh, I know you're talking about Dragon
like a Devil
some
May
scale,
Cry.
scale bound.
That was it.
Disrespectful.
It wasn't done.
Disrespectful.
It looked good. It looked good though. It did look really good. But
Like, that makes
no, there
sense.
was a sequel to Shaolin Monks that was
Yeah.
I don't know if it was called Fire and Ice, Mortal Kombat Fire and Ice, but it was supposed to be
Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Scorpion Sub-Zero two-player co-op, and they canceled it.
I gotta tweet Ed Boon again.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk.
Ed Boon, man.
We gotta get this guy in the
Watching.
podcast. We gotta talk.
Mr.
Come on,
Boon.
man.
Now,
Got
listen,
some
we gotta get
questions
this.
for you.
We gotta get this Power Rangers game made though first.
No, seriously. Honestly, I think there's a market for it. The kids will eat it up.
Yeah.
I'll buy it. I don't care.
Who canceled it?
Well,
I just want to know.
okay,
Well, they got bought out. They got
But wait a
bought out
minute.
probably at the same time.
I was at a store that had the Power Rangers fighting game in the discount bargain bin.
Yeah.
So that has me confused. Like, what's up
Wait,
with
Battle for the
that?
Grid?
Because like I'm with you. I would have assumed like everyone would just buy it up. But like, was that? I didn't buy it myself.
It
Is
probably
it a bad game
No,
or
no.
why is it on the discount bin? That's
Came
what I
out
want
on
to know.
mobile first,
Yeah.
and then it went to console.
Oh.
And then they got Ryu and Chun Li.
I have it. I mean, I got it on Game Pass, and I don't think it sold. I don't know how it
It
sold.
wasn't.
in
It didn't get the
stores.
marketing that it deserved, and it flew under the radar.
Gotcha.
But it plays well, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
they
plays
mark-
real well.
You know what? They
It plays like
marketed
Marvel
it.
vs. Capcom.
Yeah, it is. It is. They marketed it on mobile and on the internet very well. Like they even had the original Green Ranger like involved in the
everywhere.
marketing.
He's in,
Yo, he loves that shit,
No,
man.
he
He's
does.
everywhere.
No, he's with it.
Shout
He
out
loves
to him. Yo, let's get him on the podcast. What's
You
good?
think we can?
I think we can.
All right, we'll tweet him.
Let's tweet him. All right, we'll get him on the podcast.
We'll need it as a promotion to try and get this game made.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Seriously.
I'll make that shit happen.
Start a new
You know what's
hashtag.
crazy? I just noticed, like, why are we like frozen on the camera right there? See how we're frozen?
Oh.
Oh, you
We're
are frozen.
right?
How long?
No,
you
we're
been
just
frozen?
standing really still.
Yo, it may look like I'm talking,
didn't
but I'm
move.
not talking right now.
They're they are so underwhelmed with this Power
Yeah,
Rangers
I've
footage.
learned a technique where if I
Yeah.
stand so still, I actually turn invisible. You guys can't even see me right now.
If we stay still,
I'm carrying the team. It's okay, guys. I'm doing all the
Yeah, there
movements.
you go.
for
Yeah, there we go.
Get crazy. Get crazy.
Get crazy.
Do the Harlem Shake.
skip frames.
There's a Twitter or a Twitch clip of me one time doing a keyboard smash. Where I literally took my keyboard and just like took my glasses off and just mashed it into my face for like 30 seconds.
It's unfrozen now. Damn it! I was gonna try to do a staring contest with you.
We still do it. We're still far away.
There you
You
go.
can't tell.
Freeze it again. Freeze it again.
All right, shout outs to Dash Magnum here in the chat. He's one of my friends. He said would love a Power Ranger game in the style of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, where you play as the various Megazords and beat up the giant monsters from the show on a huge cityscape.
I would like that as like a bonus round in the game where
Also,
you play. Like,
How you fight bosses
Yeah?
and shit.
Also, we got to shout out Emerald Wizard is in the chat.
Emerald
Wizard in the chat. Also, we got to shout out the Retro Rivals in the chat.
Retro Rival.
Rival.
Hey,
What's good?
Yeah, baby.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think I would be 150% in.
Oh yeah.
Please do this.
We'd all buy a copy. Come on. That's
Please
fine.
do
I'll
this.
buy it.
Yeah.
Do this.
Off the bat.
This would get
I'm
the
down.
Avengers treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can,
Send the
and like the Avengers, they can release new Rangers from different eras. It would be
Yeah,
sick.
don't do it all
Easy.
at once.
And it's infinite costumes, DLC, whatever the hell you want to do, but don't make microtransactions, you fucking sleazy bastards. But
Wow.
but
Wow. Wow. Angry much?
I'm sorry.
tell us how you really
I
feel.
had to put this game out.
Eric laying it down.
If they had to.
What's that?
Something good. Something good.
So if y'all want to see this Power Rangers game, leave it in the chat. Let us know if you would like an Arkham co-op brawler with the Power Rangers.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
That would be sick.
Or the Powerpuff.
They tried to make a Powerpuff. They tried to make a live-action Powerpuff
Oh,
Girls
they
TV
still
show.
are. No, they still are.
They did.
Live action?
No,
Why?
I
They're
think
still doing it.
the
Yeah.
no, the pilot didn't. I
No, they're
don't
still
think the
doing it.
pilot
Doing it.
sold.
I'm following this very closely.
Oh,
That's that.
my bad.
That sounds like
Did-
damn.
Are they
Super fan
using the
over
same
here.
3 actresses?
Super
Oh,
fan
okay.
over here.
Yeah, super fan. Damn.
Listen, man. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Disney, all together. It's all.
Oh, so for the fourth topic now.
Shield.
Yeah. Moving on. This fucking guy.
Yo, my man, yo, Styx was in Euphoria for a hot second.
Yeah.
dude.
He
No,
wants
that show
another
was
zone.
crazy. That's not
I
talking
loved
about
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
that. No, it's
Freaking
fine.
zone.
It's so good. So off the wall bonkers too.
No, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though. All right. So on to this news. Intellivision Amico delayed a third time. Now out by the end of the year for pre-orders.
Mm.
It's not known whether other people will be able to get theirs by the end of the year, but that is what's been going around. So, this is news. I mean, listen. we know, and we just recently played the Amico.
Yes.
So it does exist, people. It's out there. It's not vaporware. I had it in my hands. I played the games.
Yeah.
But we kind of
Me too.
Yep. Yes, you did.
We kind of knew.
Yep.
Obviously, with things that have been going on, people forget that. They say, "Oh, what did you say? The pandemic? What is it?"
Yeah, that's still
yes.
going. That's still a thing.
There was a thing called the pandemic.
It's still here.
No, it's not was. It still is.
It's still
It
here.
is, and it's getting worse.
Right,
Chip
exactly.
shortage,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still shortages on
There's a
everything.
chip shortage.
Yeah. You still can't find a cell phone if you go into
And
most
that's why you
stores,
you still can't get a PS5.
and that's why you can't get.
It's a
I
thing.
mean,
It's
Listen, the controller is made out of a lot of components that are in cell phones, and you know what's coming out very
Yeah.
soon.
A lot of cell phones.
There's Samsung. They're coming out with their entire
biggest-
line,
the
and
biggest.
we're talking millions upon millions
Yeah.
of these devices that have to be released from these multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar companies. So, Apple, right after Samsung, is coming out with their phones, and they're going to have
Right.
the most. So they have
Yeah.
all of this stuff, and then
Yep, and the capital to invest
yeah.
and make sure that they have
yes,
it up
they're
front.
They're first in line.
exactly.
And then you
Yeah.
have Google; they're making their phones too.
Yep.
And that's Microsoft.
They got the
They
money.
have all of it.
Sorry to
the
cut
money.
you off. I just read a hilarious comment. Retro Rivals. I'm the only gamer that doesn't know anything about the Amico, so I'll probably buy it. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a
awesome.
great comment.
That's awesome. That's funny.
Kudos to you. That's awesome.
But
That's
as far
great.
as getting the pieces for this thing, that is
Oh,
a problem.
Richard.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
And we knew that this was going to happen. Not for a fact, but we knew it was nothing new. Like when I got the email, I was like, oh,
I wasn't. So we weren't surprised even before we met up with Tommy to play it. We had a feeling that this was going to happen because based off what was going on.
You want to come out strong.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody's like, they should come out with even a little test run
Yeah.
and just get it out.
Everyone apparently is an expert at coming out with a new console during the
Exactly.
pandemic.
Yeah,
apparently,
yeah, yeah.
they should have. They should have.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
just
great idea. Let's release
console in general.
1,000 of them and just call it a day.
Yeah, it's like everyone knows what to do.
Well,
apparently, like,
Right.
come on, dude.
The Panic Playdate, right?
Oh,
Which I pre-ordered. I'm hyped for it. Panic Playdate. People have been drawing a comparison. First of all, different types of chips needed for it. Different technology, not stuff that's usually used in cell phones. Second of all, they even though they're doing the rolling pre-orders, they sold out. What was it? Wasn't it?
200,000, I think?
Was it 20,000? Right? 200 or 20,000? I don't even
I
remember.
think it was 200,000.
200,000. So, in the grand scheme of things, that's actually not that much for a 3-month span,
Yeah.
4-month
I mean,
span.
that was the first day.
Like it's really
We don't know the
not.
full range of it
Yeah,
for that sale.
right. And so but their whole model has been very different and better, worse, whatever, anywhere in between. But it's been very different. So I don't think it's a good comparison. Yeah, I mean, with the Amico, like I got to play it. You guys got to play it. Like the games I played, there was one that had enough bugs in it where I'm like, yeah, this isn't quite finished, like polished up. And shortly thereafter, I saw footage of other people playing at the Crayola event, and I'm like, they polished it up, they finished it,
Well,
like
working
you know.
on it.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They are working.
so and you know, and it was like one of the things that I felt was like in the current state of how I played it, it was ready to release. Like they could release it. I mentioned this in at one point. The only thing that I didn't see was the user interface that's going to be the final finished user interface. And I think what I believe is still the case is that they're just using a sort of a stand-in
Placeholder.
until they can. Yeah, a placeholder until they can actually reveal it with, you know, some hype and everything around it, which I think makes sense. I mean, the thing is, if they released it with that placeholder, it's still a functional system. So, I do feel like the claim that this is related to parts shortage. I mean, we saw in the videos that are on their YouTube channel that, you know, they've only just gotten back into their headquarters. We don't even know if they're going to be able to stay in there for much longer with the way things are
Seriously.
going with the pandemic. I mean, you know, the thing is, I think it was wise of them to not give a new date.
Yeah, that's
People
yeah.
want a new date,
No,
so they
don't.
get
You
mad.
don't do that. You don't do that
Right.
during the pandemic. No.
No, I don't think maybe they shouldn't have done the date before. But I mean, it's hard to predict these things. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that came out of all of this and sort of the drama around this is it reminded me that companies are the sum of people. and there are real people that are working on this project that believe in it, that want to, make it succeed. And, we could sit there and try and bash what they're doing in their efforts, but like, we're all in this together. Can't we just support other people trying to do something as opposed to tearing them down? That's the way I look at it.
No, I mean, you said it best there. I mean, the thing is that it's people need to understand like what's going on. Like and this is a.
You think they don't want to release it?
Yeah, it's like what a. I mean, if there's any time the worst time to come out with a new console, it's I mean, talk about like chips stacked against you, and like one thing after another, and I'm pretty sure everyone who's pre-ordered or anyone who's thought about getting the Amico, a little frustrated, like, oh, I wish this and that, blah blah blah. Why is this delayed? I mean, everyone that works at Intellivision, you think they're happy about it? Like, I'm pretty sure they're like,
right.
You got to be fucking kidding me with this. Like, and it's. I'm pretty sure they're banging their head against the wall with the amount of obstacles they got to go through just to come out with it. Yeah. And that's just the way it is right now, unfortunately. But like, there isn't any need for any negativity on a new console coming out. It's like why?
It's like asking to drive cross country when there's a gas shortage.
Yeah,
and getting mad because
you
can't do
because you can't make the trip.
Yeah,
it's like
of course you can.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
How come you guys didn't get gas from somewhere else? Because it's a shortage.
Yeah, it's like
there's no gas.
How come this doesn't run on garbage? I saw Back to the Future.
I saw Back to the Future. I want Mr. Fusion.
Make it happen.
How come it doesn't run on garbage?
Fusion.
Capacitor can't handle it.
Apparently, it can happen.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But all I know is that the time that I that we spent playing it, we enjoyed it thoroughly. Obviously, when it finally does come out, whenever it is, we're definitely gonna get it no matter what. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see it on the channel, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time.
What's funny is the people who are most mad about the thing not coming out are the people who don't want it.
Which makes it makes
or they claim they don't want it.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes no sense. There's tons of it's everyone knows. I'm not a Minecraft fan. I'm not a Fortnite fan. I'm not I'm not a Pokemon fan by any means.
How many videos did you make on those?
On what?
On any of those games?
Let's see. 0. Okay, 0. In Smash Brothers, I love killing Steve because I hate Steve. But am I going on every single Minecraft video online saying, fuck this game, it's a piece of shit? No, I don't care. I don't care. I have a life and things to do. It's okay to dislike something, but taking time out to go and hate on something, it's like, dude, you got to get a life or something. Come on. The sun. There's still a sun outside.
And that's why there's such a variety of games. Like, you can like your stuff.
Yeah.
And someone else can like their stuff.
Not for you, man.
And you don't have to like their stuff, but you don't have to knock them for it. You know what I
We
mean?
don't agree on the same games.
Oh, no, hell no, we don't.
We don't agree on the same games. Hell no.
Yeah, we were talking before. I'm not playing Xbox. We were talking about this right
Why we have to
beforehand.
bring
Like
that
I'm not. Please come back, guys.
Open up old wounds, man.
I just realized I haven't been going to every Command and Conquer video and bashing.
Yeah, and bashing the
Because
game.
I don't play that game.
Yeah, it's like, who
So
gives a
maybe I should
shit?
do that this week. Find some creative time.
But the one thing I think is probably part of why we're seeing so much around the Amico is I don't know that I've ever seen a games company be as open and as
That's
willing
true.
to talk
Very,
to
very true.
Very
nobody's
transparent.
like me.
Very transparent.
Right.
Yes.
This is why.
I mean, definitely,
seen
like, and at the same time, I will admit there are some things like that I wish they were maybe more transparent on, but like the amount of communication that is there, and I'm sure it's all filtered through all of the things they can and can't talk about, and the deals with other developers and everything, and other licenses, but I've never seen a company where I can so quickly sort of say, oh, this is the sum of these people. Like these are people working on this project. I don't know the heads of most companies, but if you look at Intellivision, like the first thing that comes to my mind are all the clips of the team. You've got your kind of your core team there, and of course Tommy Tallarico, and and that's I think a blessing and a curse. Like it's a blessing and a curse because there are people that then find it easier, I think, to bash because it's like I can bash this person.
I can see them. I know who they are.
You give people
Yeah.
access, they abuse it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Because
And why? You know, why can't we hold ourselves to a higher standard? That's what it comes down to, guys. Like, you know, I think you see it. I think, you know, most people that are not engaging in the conversation, the drama. It's why I stopped. You know, I'd love to do more videos on the Amico. I was telling you before we started, I have like 4 hours of footage, just raw game footage I was planning on sharing, and I'm just like holding off because I'm seeing the reactions to new Amico content and things like that, and I'm just like, it's not quite in a place where I feel like I could do that and just be okay, because like I don't want to deal with drama right now. I don't want to subject myself to that. Yeah. So right now I'm kind of just holding off a little bit, but I mean, the fact is my daughter keeps asking, when can I play Shark Shark?
And that's the important.
We played Shark Shark.
We watch the kids play it, man, and that's a I think more so than just us playing it is just watching other people play it. And if I I remember at the Crayola event, I was hanging out with the rest of Level 857 on one side, and I saw Tommy interacting with, the getting people to play Shark Shark and Astro Smash. And, I lock eyes with him, pause, and I'm like...
Go ahead.
And then I pointed to him about, because I was kind of signaling to him like, oh, look at the kids really into it, without even saying it. And he gave me the thumbs up, and he smiled at it. And I'm like, that's basically what it's about. And I remember I saw these two brothers like playing Astro Smash. The kid had the controller up like this. He was like this.
Yeah.
And
he was into
Turbo
it.
857, who isn't here now, he's in on a trip. But he's my brother, and we grew up playing like Double Dragon and all those games. And I'm like, wow, that reminds me of us, how we were so locked into these games, like starting out. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then over next to them, I see a mother and a daughter playing a game, the Shark Shark. And I was like, yep, that's he's onto something. I'm like, this is a thing where everything else that's out now is very intimidating, especially for parents to get into. Parents are like, nah, this shit's too advanced, it's past me. But it's simple enough for them to get back into it. And, cool enough for kids to be like, all right, I'll play this with my mom or my dad or whatever.
It's not about one person sitting there playing.
No, that's isolation.
And if you think of it that way, you're not going to like the system.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Your older brother,
Chris.
Right?
Yeah.
Same age as my older brother.
Yep.
Right? And they both stopped playing video games at the same fucking time.
And
After the
I wonder if it was the
Genesis.
same game.
Interesting,
After the I don't, it probably wasn't the same game, but
yeah,
after the Sega Genesis, my brother would not. He looked at the Super Nintendo controller and he was like, "No, there's too many buttons."
Yeah, too many buttons. Too many buttons. Too many buttons.
I can't. It was too much for him.
A lot of people
Right.
stop.
It was too much for
done.
him. He could not do it. He till this day he can't do it. He's like, "Nah."
But then,
But if he sees the Genesis, he's like, "Oh, 3 buttons." Okay.
They could be introduced back to something.
If you show him the Amico, it'll be like, "Hey, you want to play Astro Smash? You want to play what?"
In 2 seconds. And it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up because the other day, my brother Chris came over with my nephew, who's just turned 5. And my nephew Sebastian just recently got into like Star Wars Legos, right? So he was playing it on the iPad.
Nice.
And so my brother was like, oh, can I get a Wii or a Wii U? Because we have them in the box. We don't mess with the Wii or Wii U anymore. I'm like, yeah, take it. Take all whatever you need. Now, Chris hasn't messed with games since Genesis, so he doesn't know about the sensor board. He doesn't know about these new controllers. He's asking all these questions, and I'm like, dude, yeah, you got to do this. He's like, is there anything simpler, blah, blah. He just loves this. I just want to set it up for him because he just loves it. And he set up the Wii U.
And this was
I
simple.
think Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars. And he's like, yeah, I found a way to set it up because he couldn't do it because there was no sensor board.
Yeah.
So he set it up, and he was like, and I was like, Chris, do you know this shit is co-op? It's 2-player split screen. He's like, I could play with him. I said, yeah, just hit the button. Get the fuck out of here. and then he texts me. He's like, but what's up with the graphics though? There's extra pixel layers. So I was just like, wait, now you're getting picky on the fucking graphics? You haven't played since Genesis, dude. Like the fuck you getting all big? Oh, I just thought because it looks so much better on the iPad or whatever. I'm like,
Them
like,
earlier
wow.
generation games do not look good on those high def.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. It's like
It looks a little rough.
It's a little rough, but
that gameplay for Lego Star Wars.
Get a
is
retro
amazing.
tank.
but it made me think.
Yeah.
oh man, I wish the Amico was out because it'd be so easy.
yeah.
The two of them would just pick it up so
Hell yeah.
so
that'd be like-
fast.
actually, all three of them would be playing Astro Smash all day.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly, easily.
And then people wonder why.
Those types of games, you know, because I now too, like I'm busy enough that I don't, outside of streaming or making videos, I don't get to game that much. I might do like some daily stuff in my Animal Crossing these days. I might occasionally do something on my phone. Yeah.
I had to bring it back.
Wait a second. I got. Hold on. Wait a second. I got competition. Hold up.
You gotta compete with
Hold on.
Joey.
There's a
No
discount on the
competition
sub.
here.
$4.
Oh,
$4
shit.
a month.
Yo, you hear it first, guys.
There's no competition. Let's go.
Fire sale, fire sale.
I'm not trying to work anymore.
I
Sorry, man.
I'm sorry, I had no choice. I had no choice.
no, it's
man.
all good.
Couldn't resist.
So like I remember seeing some comments in my videos on the Amico, people saying you can play these things on your phone, but here's the thing: I have always been a couch console gamer. Like I enjoy that experience of gaming.
Can't do that.
So playing on my phone, playing on a computer, that's always been a little foreign to me. A computer and a phone for me, it does too many other things. I can't focus on just a game, you know, because there's so many other things that are there, you know, and I'm playing a game and all of a sudden a notification goes off on my phone, or, you know, I'm playing on the computer and suddenly the immersion's broken because I have to update a driver. With, you know, with a console or a handheld, that experience, I mean, it's definitely, I'm not saying, you know, the good old days of just taking a cartridge off your shelf, you know, blowing on it and putting your SNES, those days are gone, you know, you've got patches and stuff, but it's still a different experience. With the Amico, the types of games is what is different, because it's more like those quick pick up and play type of games that we used to play, that used to be the AAA titles, and so that's what I found with it, is that when I pick up my Switch, I've got so many great games, and that's undeniable. There's a ton. It's actually over.
I was just about to
too
say,
many.
it's too many. There's too many good games. Too many.
Right. But something that's focused, something that you can pick up and play in an instant, that you don't have to go through a tutorial for, that you're not going to have to invest, you know, 40 plus hours. To me, a video game is worth, you know, it's worth $60 if I get just a couple, like if I get, you know, 4 hours of game time in it, it's worth $60. I'd pay that much to go see a movie with my family. You know, that's the way I look at it, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying that I want prices to be higher, but you know what I
Any
mean?
developers are like,
I'm
I
just
knew
saying,
I
you know-
fucking should have put this on.
What's the price?
But, you know, like the 99-cent sales are a little bit ridiculous to me. You know, but the Amico, like, to me, it's about bringing those types of games back that I enjoyed, and I sat down and enjoyed them. The game that I enjoyed the least that I played, this is a hot little thing I want to share with you, was Finnegan Fox.
We didn't even play it.
I was gonna go into games that we played and stuff after the news section.
Oh, okay.
So we can get into.
Okay, well,
so
we
can
could do
get
that.
into all
Wait, I could just real quickly say
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
one thing on either way, whatever you
No,
want.
go
to
for it.
do.
Yeah.
So the game I enjoyed the least was Finnegan Fox, and it was because of the look of it. I was like, I don't like the look of it, and I will also say, platformers are my favorite genre. I just was like, this isn't doing it for me. Tommy Talrico says, here's the thing: we had focus groups, and we chose an art style based on the focus groups. You know, and so this is what won out, this style. And I was like critical of it. I'm like, I'm still not digging it. Like, yes, that might be sure. My daughter comes in. The game that she keeps requesting to play again is Finnegan Fox. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, so, you know, and the same thing with like Shark. He's like, we had all these different styles, hand drawn and whatnot. We went with this because it reminded kids of Finding Nemo. Like, it's that attention to the core demographic that's going to be playing this, that I think is why the Amico is probably going to do pretty well. I mean, is it going to be the next, you know, PlayStation 5 or whatever? No, but I mean, I think it's going to do well. And as far as for like what you said, for those gamers that have lapsed, this is like the Wii was easy when it came out. It's not now because we have HD TVs. You know, yeah, it's a chore. You can't get it to look nice. It's a pain. But when it came out, it was like every nursing home had one. the Amico is going to fill that void as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. I mean, if it's delayed, it's delayed. There's been plenty of other delays, and we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
When it finally is released,
Good way to look at
no
it.
one's going to talk about the delay.
Exactly.
It's not
cares about
vaporware.
it.
You play it.
When it's ready,
Yeah.
it's ready.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we just have to wait. That's it. All right, bathroom break.
All right, let's do it.
No.
Do the bathroom
Not
break.
going,
Intermission
though. I'm
time.
not going.
Yeah, man.
I wore a diaper, so I'm good, dude.
No, I gotta go.
Huh?
I gotta go, dude.
Yeah, my.
So it's time for you guys to get your refills of your drinks, or head to the bathroom. Whatever you want to do.
I gotta go.
But you can put your phone in your pocket if you listen on the phone. You can still talk.
I'm gonna bring the mic with me to the bathroom. Let me see.
That would be sick.
Chatting with Art of Mana. Dang, that's a
Is that your
fancy
last one or
screen.
no?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh,
we're
whatever."
fancy over here, man.
I guess I'll.
You learn a couple things from you guys.
I guess something. I don't know what, but
he said something.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
you can learn how to start a stream a half an hour to an hour late
Exactly.
when we try and do it. Oh man.
How's everybody doing in the chat?
Who
Me
we
and
got
Sticks
here?
are just
Who we got
kicking it
here?
because we have big bladders.
Nah, I don't, but I didn't drink anything, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, I didn't drink anything either.
Yeah. What's up, Harum 1988? What's up, CT? What's up, Seth Haskell? Some new names.
A lot of
Some of y'all.
a lot of cool people in this chat tonight.
Welcome to the show, y'all. I hope y'all
Everybody
enjoying
just
this.
hanging out. I
How y'all
like
liking
it.
How y'all liking it?
Yeah, man.
Who else? I know I missed some names in there too. So.
Can we go back to this Power Rangers game though? I'm really upset.
Nah, man, it's a dream. It's not happening
No, it has to happen.
unless we get money and we fund that thing. So you know what? Yo,
I will. Let's get money. Let's buy the
Yes.
rights. Give it to .emu, and then,
let's do that.
yeah, and then they'll let us voice act in the game.
Let's get crowdfunded.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. How do we do that? How do we do
Let's
that,
do it.
y'all?
I don't know.
Y'all,
We're gonna do it.
y'all gonna sign up and help us? We need
Trying to get this Power Rangers game. We need it made.
The Power Rangers game we talked about earlier about it was a canceled Power Rangers game that had Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham Asylum
Yeah, the
battle engine basically. How they
Yeah.
fought. And it was co-op, and they canceled it, and it was based off like a dark Power Rangers.
Sasquatch
Oh
and
really?
Tom said
We
we're
have our
kinda
sound down on
slime.
here. So that means you gotta talk louder. What the heck?
What happened?
I just said the sound was low.
He said, "What the
We can
heck?"
we can come back.
What the heck?
We can go back to the other scene, so they can hear us. All right, can you guys hear us now?
Sound is lower.
No, I'm talking about now. Can you hear us now?
Check. Mic check.
Can you, Sasquatch and Tom is in the chat.
Check it. Check.
I did not know.
I didn't know about the Sasquatch.
I didn't know about the Sasquatch.
I wonder if he knows what that's called.
You know, a lot of our references. I don't know if anyone.
No, nobody knows it. That's such an
Kanye
inside.
said that. Kanye West said that.
That was
At the
from
end of what,
The
the
Beastie
Boys?
Boys video.
I did not know that was a Sasquatch.
I did not know. I did not know that's a Sasquatch. he looked so terrified when he said it too. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Okay, so you can hear us now. Okay, we're good.
Oh man.
It's a short break, you guys.
Sorry about that.
That's why they wash their hands.
I was used to
Wow.
my cool logo
No,
in the
we
middle
had,
there.
Y'all actually wash your hands?
Damn.
Oh,
I'm
man.
joking. I'm joking. Jesus.
Listen, I've
Oh.
learned to use sanitizer. It's been a year.
No, dude.
Do you still sing the ABCs twice
Yes.
through when you're
No, I
washing
do
your
have
hands? That's
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Happy
right.
Birthday real?
Yeah. No, actually, my watch does it. My
Really?
watch has
Yeah.
has a timer.
Wait, is it like a time?
Yeah,
I just throw a little water on it. No.
Yeah, that's why he was sick.
No soap?
You got us all
I got
sick.
everybody sick. No,
dude.
I'm joking. I'm
And he
joking,
just-
man. I'm joking.
and you dry it
Yes,
on someone else's
exactly.
shirt, right?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey.
As long as it's not your own.
That's Delta
Yeah.
virus right here.
Delta super spreader.
It's fucked up. It's fucked. I'm very offended
special
right now.
window.
What's up, Lady Ventress?
Dangerous. What up?
Hey, look at all these cool people
Yeah,
in the
man,
chat.
it's
We have the
popping
best
in the
chat. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, man.
It's a poppin'.
Oh, I don't know. I've got some pretty awesome friends that hang out with me too.
They are here.
I know, right?
He said they're here. They're there. Trust me, they're
The
there.
more the merrier. Bring them all. All y'all with chat, tell them.
That's
tell them,
right,
Tell
that's
them we got
right.
the show going on.
We can all be. merging
Exactly.
worlds.
Exactly.
Synergy, everybody. Synergy.
Can you guys hear us better now that I moved the mic closer to me? Because I was talking a little further away.
Were we low? Was
They
that low?
said us in the middle were a little low.
Oh, we were low. Okay.
Yeah, so move
All
the
right.
mic up.
How
a
about
little
now?
bit.
How about
Do
now?
we
Actually,
sound
hold on.
bassy?
Hold on. Wait,
How about now?
How
about
about
now?
can we do some ASMR?
What just happened? Oh,
I raised
Skype confuses me.
sensitivity on my microphone.
There you go.
So
This podcast just took a turn.
yes, it did. This is ASMR.
ASMR.
Level 857 video game podcast.
All right, enough of that.
That's some fucking creepy shit. right
Yeah,
there.
it started freaking me out a bit.
Sorry if
man.
we creeped you guys out. I apologize.
Can you hear my finger?
Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
no, stop it. No, don't do that.
That's
Stop
extra
it. No.
weird, dude.
All right, Daniel
Don't
Loopy
do
said
that.
that we sound good.
Okay, we're good.
He said, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Let's get back to some chat.
Hold on, we got Radical Reggie. Radical Reggie.
Yo, Reggie said, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay, beast mode.
Whatever you gotta do.
Radical Reggie,
Whatever you gotta
what's
do.
up?
You don't gotta talk.
Dude.
Oh, man.
What's going on, Reggie? Good to see you.
Wow.
You're here just in time. We're still chatting. We're just starting our
Hell
chat,
yeah, man.
actually. So,
Yeah, buddy.
as you're talking about in the news, you're talking about Amico. What we both had the same experience with actually meeting Tommy Tallarico and actually playing the system. So let's talk about some of the games you played. And I'd like to know what you thought about some of the games you played, because obviously we done a video about what we thought about it. If you guys didn't see that, go check it out. But yeah, we'll talk about
Shameless plug. Let me start.
Cha-ching! No, I'm kidding.
after the show. Definitely go click that.
Just leave it on loop for about
No,
5
watch it on
days.
loop for the rest of your
Get
life.
some ad revenue going. Don't click through the ads.
And join our Twitch, Level 857 Twitch on Twitch.
Oh my god.
We also stream.
Yes.
But yeah, tell us about some of the games that you enjoyed playing on there, and I'll let you know what we thought. See if it matches up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I actually was able. I mean, so Tommy Tallarico actually, it just so happened that he was vacationing where we could actually meet up. He actually came to our house. We set up the Amico. I actually have a direct capture feed of the game footage from all of our playtime. And so we spent a good, I mean, it was over 4 hours of just straight gaming on the Amico, and my daughter came in and gamed with us as well. So I would say it was an incredible amount of time I got to spend with it. The games, I wrote it down. I scripted out. I had like a series of 6 videos I was going to put out there on YouTube, and I got through the first 3, and then at that point it was like, this isn't the right time right now, and I'm stepping back.
Yep.
Yeah, but so one of them I was planning on like ranking those games and kind of going through and giving you kind of a full report sort of. I should have had my list handy. I don't remember every game I played on it. I think it was so at least we started with Astro Smash, and then we played. Oh gosh, and I'm blanking on the name now. That's the top-down vertical shooter.
Top down.
Tiger Shark, right? Or
Flying
Tiger.
Flying
Yeah,
Tigers.
Tiger Shark.
Flying
Tiger
Tiger.
Shark.
Flying Tiger.
Flying
shooter?
Flying Tigers. Flying
Okay.
Tigers. Okay. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. So that one we played. That one we played. Finnegan Fox, Shark, skiing.
Skiing. We had a fun time with that
Skiing
one.
We had a
hilarious.
lot of fun with that one. Man.
Oh, that game was
It's
so
hilarious,
fun.
dude.
That
It's
was fun.
hilarious.
We tried most of them 4 players.
It was
We
great.
did it 4 players.
My daughter was playing that too.
We
Oh, you
did
did
4
4
players.
players. See, that's awesome. We actually ended up, and it was funny because I later realized, why didn't we do 2-player? We didn't actually play that one 2-player. We only did single player, but we passed it off, my daughter and I. So I'd be like, oh, okay, like turn. We were like the 3 of us were all on the couch, and like even though she's the only one controlling, we're all like,
You're feeling the action. You're like, oh,
like
no,
getting into it, right? Exactly. Like the body movements are there. And the one thing I love about that one too is the disc, right? Because to me, I'm a huge fan of controllers. That's what I mostly love about different new hardware. Like it's not about how many pixels it can push. It's about, is it going to offer something new in terms of how I interface with the games? And so for me, the disc was just awesome. Like I felt it was so comfortable. And on skiing, I watched my daughter, and I did this too, but it was just natural because it just rotated. So you just hold it down and just boom, you just go back. And I was like, I'm all for this, you know?
And if you want to use it as a D-pad,
yeah.
you can still use it as a regular directional pad
Right.
at the same time. It was
Right.
like
the way it responds,
Yeah.
it's really
crazy.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It's super versatile.
Yeah, like it works.
does.
It works. Like it's solid
kinda
tech.
like a,
It's solid tech. I would not be surprised if that starts
Yes.
becoming, you know, something
It's
that
kind of
yeah.
like an analog D-pad.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
it's
an-
very.
It's like an
It is.
upgrade to the D-pad.
Plus, if you play like something like, you know how,
Yeah.
what was it, Time Warriors? I know, throwing it back.
Time Splitters?
No, Time Warriors. Remember
Time
remember
Warriors.
in the arcade when
Oh, where you
when
where
you
you
rotate
rotate
the
back to in
controller,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
rotate
yeah.
the controller, like Akari Warriors in the arcade.
Oh, okay.
When you twist the
okay.
controller to
Yeah, yeah,
shoot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Rotate
yeah.
the-
Okay, no, yeah.
There's never been a real way to play
Yep.
those
It's
games.
clicky, right? Like
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah.
But there's never been a real way to play a game that controls like that since.
Right.
Even with an analog controller.
Yeah.
The way you twist it. And
Yeah.
you could do that with this too.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But
I think the Steam Deck, the Valve Steam Deck, could actually have benefited from that technology on the left-hand trackpad. Because what I found with it is especially in Shark, it felt like using an analog stick. Look at this. This is turning into a market.
No, this is your opinion. This is your opinion.
But no,
Yeah.
but like it felt like a great blend of a D-pad and an analog stick, because it could do the functions of both in a really elegant way. And I think that's the trick is if you can do if you can get those movements in a precise way, in an elegant way. And I think it passed the test on that. And then going on some of the other games we played, Missile Command, where we rotated the whole controller the opposite. So I was playing it with the disc in my left hand, and then the screen on the right, where I was using it for one of the buttons, and then the top analog triggers or shoulder buttons for firing. Swapped it for Missile Command, and I was using the trackpad to move around the reticle on the screen, and then the disc was actually a fire
That's
button.
interesting.
So if you do up, you fire in the middle. If you do left, you fire it on the left. If you do right, you fire on the right. So it was like what, and because you had the buttons on all four corners, it worked. So I was thinking this is very ability focus. Like whether if someone is one-handed, they would be able to use this controller. Like accessibility is there. Like there's a lot of potential with that.
We didn't
So.
play that.
No, we didn't. Play
Yeah,
We
I
didn't play
mean,
Missile Command.
No, we did not play Missile Command. Nope.
I wanted to play Night Stalker. We didn't. We didn't.
No,
play that.
Night Stalker
wasn't
wasn't
bad.
ready.
I
that
wanted to
wasn't
play
bad.
that.
Cloudy Mountain wasn't ready.
Cloudy Mountain.
Cloudy
wasn't
Mountain.
ready, No.
Those are the main two I was like thirsting over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, same here.
Both
When I
of
saw
those.
those
Sad.
videos, the
So sad.
trailers, I was like,
I was like both of those I was really looking forward to, but they're not ready.
But still, though.
No,
Yeah.
everything we
Yeah.
played was
I know. Turbo.
What was the vertical shooter too, or the horizontal shooter? What was that one?
Redux?
Rigid
Redux.
Force Redux.
Rigid Force
Yeah.
Redux, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
that
our
one
hands
we
on that
played,
one.
and then we also played. We also played the one that was like, you had a little spaceship and then a ball you're trying to get into a
what the
goal.
name- what was the name?
It was
of
like
that?
Pong, kind of.
I know, right?
Soccer,
Well,
but it
the
was
other
like
there was one
Yeah,
mode that
gravity thing.
there was one mode that was like Pong, and then there
Right.
was one
Yeah.
mode that's like
Soccer, like
a
futuristic
soccer
yeah.
futurist.
Gravity type.
Oh, what the
thing.
fuck was the
I-
name of
I,
it?
I can't.
Man.
I can't remember the name.
Oh,
I'm
S or
brain
something.
farting right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was in the video that we.
I'm
Did.
gonna
That
try
was
and
probably
look
my
through
least favorite that we
Yeah.
played that night. But you said you didn't like Finnegan
Was
Fox,
it?
right? We didn't play that. I saw it. But the thing is, I don't look for like a platformer type game really on the Amico. That's
Right.
not really. That's not something I really want to try. Like
That's a
play
single player
on that
experience,
system. Yeah,
so.
it's not really what I thought that it was for.
Mm.
So obviously, kids play stuff like that also. But you know what's funny?
Mm.
Like the marketing group that they said, like, they got kids to see, and they said they liked the flash looking graphics more than the pixel graphics.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because we grew up with pixels.
Yes.
We're fine with pixels. We know what type
Right.
of
We're
art
that
is.
generation.
And
We're
we
accustomed
see-
already to see.
But
it,
you
yeah.
already know what pixels can do, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
awesome. You
Right.
can animate
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But what do kids play on? They play on an iPad.
Right.
They grew up with this. This is what they know as
Flash-based.
games.
Right,
So they want that as their game, not pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can understand why he would change the graphics like that. Obviously,
point.
do we wish that you can hit the button and switch between pixel and the
Oh, that'd be
and the other
great.
art?
But it's not
Yeah,
that
right.
kind of
It's not
console.
that.
That's
Yeah.
not
That'd
kind of
be
thing.
amazing.
That's not
It's
that
not
kind of
that.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I mean, like I said, it didn't look like the best thing for me, but for someone else, obviously they're gonna like it. But
Yeah.
you know,
The game was Space Strikers Championship, I believe.
Yeah.
Space
That was
Strikers.
game.
That's-
I actually, the
That's
funny thing is,
insane.
I liked it a lot because of the mechanics. You do have to.
Yeah.
It takes time to learn the mechanics. There's
Yeah.
a lot going
Yeah.
we were
on.
just starting to learn it.
Yeah, when you first start to learn
Yeah.
how to score, how many points you can get, and stuff like that, it's like, oh, there's a whole nother
Yeah.
strategy to
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
And then the Pong mode,
Yes.
me and Chalk played the Pong mode, and that was fun.
I was
Well, that's
terrible
like
at that.
it's
Yeah.
like Windjammers kind of.
There's a
yes,
Windjammers
yes,
element.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
Yeah, definitely Windjammers. And what's the one where you had the four fortresses? This is like an old arcade game. The Warlords, is that what it is? You know, the four fortresses. You have the little like pong paddle to like defend it. It had some of those elements
that
too.
rings a bell.
I think it's
I
called
don't know.
Warlords.
I don't know.
It's Warlords.
That doesn't ring.
I
a
played a
bell
lot
to
of
me.
arcades when I was younger. I'm trying to remember.
I never played Pong or anything like Pong in the arcade.
What? No?
Arkanoid.
I mean, that's kind of.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, Breakout wasn't there.
I have my
Breakout
pong.
was-
Breakout
Oh,
wanted. Yeah, Breakout
yes.
wasn't
That
there.
was another one that was like,
Oh,
It
yeah,
was-
Breakout.
Did you get?
yeah.
Did,
But we have the demo of Breakout. We have Breakout on the. I didn't. No, I
I
don't
need to
think
play
I
it with
played.
that controller.
No, I don't think I.
yeah, I
Oh,
want to
But
see how that works.
I played it
oh,
because they had the
that
demo.
controller is you know
Yeah.
what? Like, I'm a big Tetris fan, and I play a lot of Tetris games. And the thing is like, being that I played, what was it, last week? I played the plug and play TV version of Tetris.
Oh
Horrible.
yeah.
The worst game, the worst, like, that was the worst controls
So that's
ever.
That's what the
And-
Amico would have been like with bad control.
And it's funny, yeah. But it's funny because the week prior to that, I played the original NES Tetris with the Guitar Hero controller, and I was like,
Yeah.
I would rather play that than use this freaking horrible
Yeah,
controller. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
But that's
It's
how
so
that's
bad.
how it determines whether the game is good or bad. Like the controls are very.
and the
Yeah.
controls is bad. The game's bad.
No, well,
It's
I-
very
just
important.
the way it is.
Doesn't
I-
matter what the game was. It could have been the best Tetris in the world. If you
Yeah.
had those controls, you would have hated
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I know that Tommy also works with Phil Adam, who was responsible for bringing Tetris to
Phil
the
Adam
US.
all day.
And I was like, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't confirm it, but he's like, he hinted a lot of bringing
Hatris.
a Tetris game. No,
Hatris.
man.
Hatris.
Not
Yeah.
Hatris.
Oh, it's gonna
Not
happen.
Hatris.
Yeah.
Hatris is
No,
good.
but I'm like-
Hatris 2. Hatris
As
2.
as a diehard Tetris fan, I'm like, oh man, I want
Yeah.
to feel this controller.
Hopefully.
This has to
Hopefully there's
be
something
good.
like that.
And I gotta say,
Yeah.
like, not bullshitting. As soon as I held that controller, I pressed up, down, left, right, and I was like, wow. this
no,
is-
it
Yeah.
was.
this
People
is
understand.
responsive. This is
Yeah.
like better than I
Yeah,
thought. Like,
yeah,
this is. I'm like, and then Tommy's like,
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, dude, I'm just imagining myself playing Tetris right now, and this is like even better than like the more responsive than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
No, it's-
And he
Well,
was
that
like,
was the worst.
there you go. That's what I was like.
The first thought in my head when I was, when we got the chance to play it, I was like, please let this controller feel good. Please
Yeah.
let this controller
Yeah,
feel
no,
good.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was the big
Yeah.
question.
I was worried.
Well, because that's it.
That was it. That was the big question.
If that doesn't work, nothing
Exactly,
else is
exactly.
going
What's
to,
the point?
right?
Yeah, it fits
Yeah.
right in your hand perfectly.
Nah,
And it was
like,
weird.
wow,
It was cool.
it's different.
And
Yeah.
I didn't think I would play
Yeah.
with something like that.
I know people made fun of it, but I compared it to a bar of dish soap, which is bigger, right? Right?
It is like a bar of
There's
soap,
a
though.
video
It
where
is.
you're like holding a
It
yeah,
is.
like I'm holding like a bar. I had for like 3 days on my desk for some reason. My wife was like, "Why do you have a box of Zest on your desk?" You know,
It was a
like-
test.
and one time I'm like, I was like using this as an analogy as I like open it up. I'm like, hey, it's like this. And then like a couple of videos later, I was like using it again. What am I doing with this?
Only for this shape it.
My desk smelled like
Yo,
Zest
dude,
for like
it's fully clean.
like a
That's
week
for,
after.
it's for the OnlyFans. That's
You're
what
not
it's
fully clean.
Zestfully clean.
Hey, if they
But
want to
no,
sponsor
you
us,
know, I thought of a couple other games I played too. I'm sure. See, I'm doing this all out of order. I'm sure I missed some, but I know I also played Moon
Yeah,
Patrol
okay.
and Evil
Evil
Knievel.
Knievel.
And
Evil Knievel.
so
By
all
the
right,
way-
let me ask you this: when you played Evil Knievel, what mode
Yeah.
did you play, and how many people played it?
both. So I played the single player, or like the just
Trials type game.
the go on the track, left to right kind of thing. And then I played the one with the rocket,
Yes.
as you're
That's
going
what we-
trying to
that's what
shoot
we played.
target there.
Uh-huh.
That's all we played.
Yeah. And I was awful at it. My daughter was like whipping my butt, and I don't know why I just struggled with it so much. Because I think I kept thinking. So just explain this for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. You've got your little Evil Knievel rocket, and it is actually an official thing he used. I forget what it's called, but it's on this little runway ramp thing, and you have to charge up your rocket, your boost, before as this countdown's going down, and depending on how much you do before that, you get a little bit more speed starting off. Your rocket goes up, and then while it's in the air, you push a button, and a parachute flies out, and that's how you then start your descent, and you go into this area where there's a big target on the ground over this big canyon. And and I think I kept thinking like that I needed to go further than I needed because my rocket was like always going too far. Like, my daughter failed.
I wonder if they had.
No, but I like the fact that it was like, listen, I'm not a huge fan of motion controls, but I like the fact that they added that in there so you can like control the
It was simplified motion, but it was enough to.
Enough to feel like you're doing something.
No, it worked.
But it's lawn darts, basically.
It is, yeah.
So and I think it's fun. like we like controls, and the thing is, some people might think of that as a negative and say, well, if it's only like a Wii, isn't that old tech? Why would why wouldn't you improve it? And I don't know. I'm basing it off of is really just limited experience with motion controls. It might be way better, but the Wii still is solid. And I just was just watching this video review of Zelda Skyward Sword versus the original versus HD, and they were comparing motion controls. Someone taped their Joy-Con and Wii remotes together, and then their other Joy-Con and the nunchuck, and they played with both games up with the controllers like this. So it should have been like 1-to-1, right? Mm-hmm. What they found is that actually the Wii remote, the Wii Motion Plus, was actually more accurate, and part of it was the sensor bar, because the Joy-Cons would, over time you'd have to reset it, and there is a reset button, but you had to do that far less with the Wii Remote Plus because it was just always there with the sensor bar. Now the Amico doesn't have a sensor bar, so that is out of the equation. But I guess as far as we know, for all I know, they're going to stick it in the LED array. I don't know, but they could, I suppose. But at the end of the day, those motion controls for the Wii worked for plenty of games, and it was how you implemented it. And so it's another function there in the Amico that can be used, as far as I'm concerned.
For those that say the Wii is old tech and then the Amico is like old tech, it's like no, you're gonna give your who
based off the games, man.
It's based off the games.
Yeah, it's how
it's how you use it. It's like,
if that's how it works, that's how it works.
You're gonna
if you're enjoying it and you're laughing, you're having a good time, does it fucking matter? It's like
what game are you playing that you're worried about the graphics and stuff? Are you gonna give it to your grandma? Are you gonna give it to they're not gonna know what the hell. They're not gonna know what the heck.
Tetris 99 is old tech.
It's
Tetris.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But it looks and still plays great.
Yeah. Mario 30 was old tech.
That is extremely old tech.
Oh, dude.
But people loved it.
Did people mess with it? Of course.
Oh,
Pac-Man,
Pac-Man
same
99.
shit.
Yeah,
same shit. It's old tech.
Pac-Man 99 couldn't have been done back in the day, though.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, Pac-Man 99. No, actually, what was the new one?
I've got an arcade one up right now here next to me. It's the Galaga Galaxian cabinet, and that's old tech, right? But there's a market for it. Like admittedly, I was one of the ones that I was able to get this for $50. So that made it a little bit easier on the pocket. But there are people that have 20 of these things in a room in their house, and they paid $500 a pop, or plus, and so for some people, they might look at that. Why would you do that? You could get these games on. You could get most of the games on here on your consoles for inexpensive or for cheap. You could get, the same experience countless other ways. The Evercade has these as collections for $20, but there's something about the uniqueness of the arcade controls. A unit that does one thing and does it well. That's focused. And it's just different. And I love playing this because it's easy. I turn it on and I play a game of Galaxian and I'm done,
I just wish that you played it. I wish you played Amico with a group in a party atmosphere, because it is a truly different experience. I mean, you did play with multiplayer.
I bet.
You did have one, 2
Well,
players.
yeah.
Yeah, but not.
Up to 4.
It was Tommy, my daughter, and me. My wife
I do
watched.
have a
and-
question.
It's
though.
totally different.
Did you try playing the Amico with your cell phone?
I did not actually. That was something that.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to?
We did.
All right. How did that work
So
out for you?
We played the charades game, the emoji charades,
Emoji charades.
and it worked
Yeah.
1-to-1 with the screen as you
Right.
scroll through and you pick your emoticons.
Right.
As far as we didn't play it with the regular games, but we played it with that one, so it did connect
Yeah.
perfect with it, and it did control perfect with it.
Yeah.
But we didn't do like
Good. That one. Oh, and I was just gonna say that was one of the games that I think he was mentioning. It kind of was designed for too, like so that you could have a ton of people just jump in and not have to buy all these controllers and stuff.
Yeah. And I gotta say, like that was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that was
That was
hilarious.
freaking crazy. Like
There's a lot of shouting, a lot of silly answers.
that
people
game
were
was amazing.
like gathered around our area.
Yeah.
Because they were like, "What the fuck is going on?"
People
Why
actually
is-
hit us up on YouTube talking about that. Like, I found you guys when we were playing charades. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you guys are
I
like,
didn't even know.
screaming and yelling at each other. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Nah, but it's all about the experience of getting everybody together.
Yeah.
And family, friends, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
that-
win away.
That's what it's for.
It's
'Cause
win
it
away.
doesn't happen, yeah.
it's just
But-
a shame that it happened. Like,
But listen,
Tommy's trying to release this at a time where there's like a
Yeah,
global,
no,
global
yeah,
pandemic.
It's such a
You know what I mean? Like,
shitty time.
the concept of the console, is to get people together, and it's like the pandemic is like,
Yeah.
It's
yo,
like,
we
nah,
gotta-
you sick. Get away from me,
Devices.
man.
6 feet.
Yeah,
6
Right.
feet.
6
6
feet.
feet.
Yeah.
Put your
It's
mask
like-
on.
It's like,
Yeah.
damn, man.
if you people out there got people together and played a 4-player Streets of Rage 4 in the same room, and you had a lot of fun with it, imagine that fun with another system that's geared for types of games like
Yeah.
That's
multiplayer like that.
Like
all
that.
the games are meant.
But
to
but I
to
But you couldn't
like
play
that.
that on a phone.
No.
No.
Yeah,
You
no.
play Streets of Rage 4 on a
I-
phone with 4
there's
people.
On face value,
oh.
you look at it and you're like, oh no, that's a phone game. No, man.
But I'm just trying to get it so that they understand. Like
No,
nobody
it's-
got-
all right.
No, I know what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the best way to explain it. It's a very arcadey experience,
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest, because there was a lot of
Yes.
shouting. Like when we were playing Astros, but like there's a lot of shouting, a lot of
Astro Smash?
trying to beat your score, it's a lot of communication.
I did beat everyone's score, by the way.
No, no,
Listen to this guy.
he's lying. He's
I
lying.
was-
He's lying.
I got
He
the
wasn't
furthest.
there on the second night. He wasn't there on the second night, so he's lying. But
Wow.
but
Check
like
the
when
names.
we
Check the names.
but the
Didn't beat
shouting
my
with
score.
Evil Knievel, shouting with Astro Smash, there was a lot of shouting and like, oh my God, this, everybody was into it. And I have not seen that in a very, very long time.
And we didn't think it would happen.
And the
It was like
screaming with
Mario
Tiny
Kart for
Blasters.
me.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
that experience of playing Mario Kart. Just I feel like everybody can relate to that, and that's one of the most common kind of party games, or the first big party games, and it's that same kind of just that excitement, because you're like, oh,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
did you do, and
With
and,
the
yeah,
blue shell.
a blue
The
shell,
right.
Fucking shell.
yeah, yeah, but I also think that I'm glad I got to play it solo as well, because it does work on that level as well. So like I'm actually excited that we had sort of a different experience with it, where yours was more of that
Yeah.
big
Co-op.
community
Co-op.
experience. Yeah. And so I can say that, these games worked well on their own. Like I was imagining with I loved it, and I can never remember the name of it.
Flying
Sky
Tigers.
Tiger, whatever it is. Flying Tiger. There, there's like 4 different NES games I bought trying to get just the one that I think it's Sky Shark.
Yeah, Sky Shark.
But like it took me, I love that game, but it took me like 4 different games. I would like go to these conventions. I'd be like, I think that's the game. I love this game, and I get it.
That's
And
not
I'm
the
like,
game.
"Game?"
That's not the game.
And finally I get
You got
Sky
Sky Kid,
Shark,
like,
but it took me
Sky
a long time.
Kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, which is
You're
bad.
right, exactly. I'm like,
Is that what
this
the
is not
That's not
that.
what you wanted. That's not what you wanted.
The little
yep.
whoop, whoop, yeah. Yep. But anyway, but yeah, no, that one like I could totally see myself investing the time to just get better and improve, Same with like Astro Smash, like chasing those high scores. And one of the things that they said, Intellivision being they, was that they're going to have online leaderboards and
Yes.
competitions, for high scores. Which, so again, it's that arcade experience. It's that experience that I think some of us who maybe grew up, who actually had experience with arcades. And maybe it was like, for me, it was at the roller skating rink. You know, you go there and, you know, you have your arcade. And it's like, you might even have multiplayer experiences. You might even have single player experiences, but it's still that shared excitement kind of together as you're chasing the high score and you're doing something simple, but to get good at it requires continuing to play. And if you like it enough, you're going to keep doing that. And I could see myself doing that with at least a couple of those games.
The first players, the main guys
My
gonna
money-
have 1 billion points though. Because
Right,
it's
yeah.
online, they'll figure
But
it out.
they reset monthly, right? Isn't that what they said? I think it's like a
Oh,
monthly
resets.
high score challenge.
Dude,
I think
yeah,
is what they
I
said.
love the fact that like Astro Smash, we did 4 players, right? And it was like
Oh,
Yeah.
tactic.
the color of the laser beam that you shoot out.
That's you.
Corresponds with the
It's-
controller.
Yep. And it lights up on your controller. And
Yep.
it's like every co-op game. How many times have we always complained? I lost where the heck.
I don't know where the
I
hell
lost.
I am.
Oh, which one is me? Which one is me? Which
Yeah,
character?
yeah.
And that was like seamless. It was
But
crazy.
they-
I mean,
but
it
you
was
can see the color of
chaotic.
your controller on the PlayStation. It's on the opposite side.
Ah.
You can't see that shit.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. No, but no,
But it has health, too.
it's like they
The
really.
color on it was health too on some games.
Yeah.
So it'll
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
whether you were
Well,
dying.
you
or
never
not.
see it.
No, I'm saying. That's
No, I
what-
know
I'll
what you're
play
saying.
some-
I
I'm
know what
saying
you're
on
saying. Oh, no, Miko. Yeah.
I was noticing in the chat here, and I feel so bad because like I'm used to usually following along with chat, but kind of been bad here. But
Shock's on
a
it.
couple of comments like so one person here, Dr. Gamelove says, you know, those games, those like multiplayer games really haven't gone away, and I would agree to that. In fact, I think
Yeah.
Our channel's
I think the
based on it.
Switch has some amazing multiplayer
They
games.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, like Relic says, yeah, but it's harder to find him, and that's somewhat true too. I don't know what it is. Like
No.
to me, it's not about the selection of games. Like there is a thing called paralysis of choice, and when you go into the eShop, I get that every time. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna buy a new game. No, I'm not, because I can't decide. And there's a million games on my wish list, and there's all these things sitting at, and I have to scroll for ages.
That happens with Netflix. That happens with everything.
Yep.
Like that's the society we live in now, right?
Well, you
Like,
have
Yeah.
too much choice, then you don't
we have
Yeah.
a lot of options.
Why do you
And
think I
that-
haven't
and
played
it's-
anything for 3 days?
It's not a bad thing. Back in the old days,
Yeah.
it was like we had gaming droughts.
Well, you
where
had
it was
your
like you
game.
didn't have.
Yeah, the cool thing is, I'm glad. Like, I'm affected to it to some extent. Me, I know what I like. You know me. I'm fucking
Oh,
picky
yeah,
as
we
shit.
all- we all-
But like,
We try and get you to play.
I'll
stuff.
throw a bunch of stuff in my wish list, and I'll be like, "When's that price drop?" And I'll be like, so "Whoever the first one's gonna drop is the one I'm going to
That's
buy."
what I'm playing next.
And that's
I'm
just the
playing
way it is, one at a time.
That's the
Yeah.
Steam
It works.
syndrome. It's like, when is this gonna drop down to $7? When is this gonna drop down?
yeah.
Hey, it just works for me. 'Cause, I mean, I
Yeah.
was just playing Avengers. You know, that's been out for God knows how long. I'll get locked into old stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
fine with me. But
Oh yeah.
you can get so overwhelmed, especially in that eShop, dude. Oh my God, there's so many good ones. So
And
many
I
good
think-
ones.
As far
I
as
think sometimes the bad games deserve our time.
yeah.
Like, I really do. Like,
Agreed.
I mean it. They
Agreed.
do. Like, we don't do enough of it. I mean,
No,
back
no,
in the
you're
day, you got the, like, you know, Spider-Man, X-Men Arcades Revenge for the SNES.
Oh, that was
like,
so
someone
bad.
gave
That
to
was
me for my
so
birthday.
fucking bad.
It's a terrible
So
game.
bad, but it
I
got a lot
only
of
had,
time
like,
for me. It
4
did.
other games.
Batman.
Yeah, so
Forever.
I just played it, like, you know, all the time.
Batman Forever.
Until I, like, yeah, oh my gosh, Batman Forever is the
Dude.
terrible
Oh,
CG.
I
that's
missed.
stiff.
I
But we
missed
have
the days.
experiences with them, though.
Yeah.
We all have experience
Yeah.
with the bad games.
It was mostly from.
And we need to do more.
PlayStation 1.
Well, no, I was gonna say it was mostly from renting.
But
that's-
yeah,
that's-
yeah. You know what? I think
I experienced most of the bad.
I
gameplay
avoid a lot of
from
those.
renting.
I avoid a lot of those nowadays because
Nowadays,
like
you can watch videos.
I'm
and stuff.
I'm so
We have the
like
information.
traumatized from like, oh my
Yeah.
God, Spider-Man or whatever's in it. It must be good. No. No.
Yeah,
You know, like of course
no, hell no.
this game is terrible.
Nowadays.
No,
Nowadays,
nowadays
yes.
you could look it up online.
Yeah,
You could
let
look
me.
it up.
That's what I
There's
do
Yeah.
before I
information.
buy it. Like, especially if
You
you're about
didn't
to
know.
drop $60-something.
Right.
I'm gonna look up
Yeah.
and see exactly if all my concerns for this game is solved in this video that I'm watching.
Well, everything's a sequel, so you know what it is. You know what it is already. Oh, like Ratchet and Clank, I know what that is.
You know what you're getting. You know what you're
You
getting.
know what it is.
But yeah, we do have. It's like it's the same kind of thing. We don't have the. It's same with movies. You know,
Yeah.
it go with what sells. Get the sequel. You know, the same franchise so that people are going to trust going into it. But back in the day, it was like you didn't know. You just
Take a chance.
Unless
you
it was
know,
Jalico.
take a chance.
If it was
That
Jalico,
cover art
go
looks
to it.
good.
No, the cover art that right there
That was it.
did it for me, man. I was like, oh,
Exactly.
If the art is nice, then
Oh,
that
I
game
like
has
this.
to be good.
Phalanx,
no,
right?
no.
Phalanx art.
That's how Atari got into trouble, right?
Yes.
That was for the video game crash in '83.
Dude,
It
their art
was
awesome.
every Atari game
Awesome.
had this incredible artwork on it.
Amazing.
People bought it and were like, "This
Amazing
doesn't
art.
look like that."
What
Yeah.
the hell did you
Like, you
fucking
call that a
do?
rabbit?
Bro.
You call that a
Yeah.
tennis racket?
Bro.
What is that?
No, that probably Atari probably had like the best cover art.
And that happens in the eShop too. Remember how
No,
many times
yes,
we'll
it does.
pop in there?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
the artwork on this. Let's see how. Oh, what the
Yeah.
hell
This
is
video
You
is
get the
this
this?
screenshot, you're like, "No, no."
Oh,
Nothing to do with the
hell
art.
no.
The artist.
But
Like,
that's why trailers are so important.
Oh my God.
Because you can pretty much tell
Right.
how it's gonna play. Because a lot of stuff doesn't come out with bad controls nowadays.
Right.
For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. What it looks like is what you see, obviously.
Yeah, nothing's really
But
played
you don't
bad.
play nothing
Yeah,
that plays
nothing
terrible.
Nothing plays played bad. It's just it's been a bad game.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something. I got a question for you guys.
what's up?
How did the Amico experience playing it on a TV
Mm-hmm.
compare to your perception of the games when you saw footage in like the reveal trailers and such?
Yeah, I think it
Oh.
was night and day because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Better
a lot
live.
a lot of people complain about, it looks like phone games. And yeah, I mean, phone games don't even look bad, first of all. Like phone games don't really look terrible. Like
The thing that's
nowadays.
wrong- the thing that's wrong with phone games is the controls.
Yeah, so but like
Yeah.
but the Amico is not known for being a graphical powerhouse.
Not a powerhouse.
But when you see it in person, it looks a lot better in person though.
It
Especially
looks
like
great.
Flying Tigers, the cartoony graphics on that looked a lot better. The Shark.
It's a lot less important
Look-
also.
And yeah,
When
you're not
you're
even
playing.
wrapped up. You're not wrapped up into the,
Yeah.
the
No,
way it looks.
There's not one
Specs.
time I said, damn, I wish this looked better.
yeah, I don't
Right. Yeah.
Not once did I say to Tommy,
Come on.
what are the specs?
Well,
Come
Finnegan
on,
Fox
give me the
for me,
specs.
but-
I want to know.
let me get them specs on
Let
this
me know what's
before I
going on.
act like I'm
No.
having a good time. No, I
no,
don't
no.
do
Does this
that.
run on
But,
a
you
Tegra
know,
engine? Tell me.
I had the same reaction. It was like night and day. I was like, because I was starting to get to that point as I was watching more
Yeah,
footage
yeah,
come out where I was
same.
thinking,
Plus perception.
But the more, as soon as I started playing it and I saw it in action, it is the phenomenon of like when you're looking at that footage, maybe you're on your phone and you're on this high quality display pushing tons of pixels right there, right at your face, You put it on a TV and you're sitting, 8 feet, 12 feet, whatever, across the room from it,
Right.
and you're in the game. It looks smooth. The animations look good. You don't look at it through the is there any pixelation here? You don't look through it that lens anymore. And it's the same thing that happened back in the day when you would look at the screenshots on old NES games. My understanding, I could be wrong on this, is that they intentionally took bad photos of the CRT for the back screenshots because they didn't want the Atari effect where people would look at it and be like, well, this is a really good screenshot.
Yeah.
Get it and be like, well, this looks terrible on my computer or on my TV. I mean,
You don't like the bull shots
so-
they had later on?
yeah. It's definitely, I think it's just one of those things that still to this day, even with video and screenshots, like we still don't really know until we experience playing it what a game's going to look and feel like,
It's kind of like the effect when they were showing, which made me so angry most of the time. Even you guys were culprits when they started showing Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 graphics and stuff on YouTube.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, you can't. That's not. It looks better on a TV
Right.
because this is YouTube.
Right.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the
the
same,
same.
man. I don't know
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
all the
See?
same.
But when you see it
No, but-
on an actual new technology,
That's different. That's different.
I was going to say also,
See, that is
That's
just
different.
bullshit.
shout out to Essex Retro Gamer.
Yeah.
Who had the
Hey,
had
Essex.
the same thing that happened to you. His daughter, or his kids, actually all his kids, still ask him about the Amico and when it's coming out.
Yeah,
Because
Yep.
it's like
people can have interest.
when like us as gamers, we grew up with games. We
Yeah.
have a predisposed notion of what these games should look like and should be like, but that holds nothing to the kids that are actually going to be.
Yeah.
There's no way a kid wants that. There's no way a kid wants that.
No, but you can't say that. Like they've done testing already. They
It's through
they
their
already
eyes.
know
It's
that
through their
what they're
eyes.
looking for, and
We're
this
not
is what it
kids.
is.
Yeah. We're not kids.
And listen, Nintendo was actually on that same level too.
Exactly.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
when they first came out, they did it in the major cities when they were first launched, right? And this was after the gaming crash. Okay.
Yep.
They couldn't release a game console, so they had to release a toy, quote unquote, right?
Yep.
So they had to rob the robot because that was a toy, and that was the only way
Yep.
retailers would actually allow.
That was the future.
But they had to do something, right? And then they actually had in New York City, they had a what was it? Like an expo or something like that, where they
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
in
An event.
An event, yeah. Where
and
they
they had
brought
to try it.
where they brought the NES and they had children play.
When there wasn't the pandemic.
When there wasn't a pandemic, but there was a gaming,
Exactly.
you know.
But then they played Rob the
Crash.
Robot and said, "This is trash."
Is it weird though?
Nobody
Well, they
has
didn't
that.
do that.
Is it
They
weird
didn't
though?
play
As
that.
soon as he
Stack
said
up,
"Rob
stack
the
up.
Robot," I'm like,
Stack up.
all I remember is my dog pissing on that thing multiple times,
Gyromite.
and I couldn't get
Stack
that. I couldn't get that stench out of that
It's not
damn.
worth
rock.
anything.
No, it's not worth anything because it
No.
smells like piss.
Well,
Actually,
the
if
only-
you dunk
the
that
only-
in like some bleach, maybe we can fix it.
Maybe that shit ain't gonna work though.
Sell it.
Don't put it on bleach.
No.
Let's try it. Let's try it on the
But-
channel.
I don't know.
Yeah, charcoal, activated charcoal in a cardboard box with. No, I'm not even joking, guys.
Really?
I mean, look,
Activated charcoal?
I'm cheap, so sometimes activated charcoal.
I
You
never
put it
heard
in a box, leave it in a box for a couple weeks, and it basically gets sucked
ammonia?
into the activated charcoal.
Oh, guys, we got a
Very good.
celebrity in the chat. We got Tommy Tellerico in the chat.
Tommy Tellerico!
What's going on, Tommy?
Oh my gosh, I think he's missed. We were hyping up the Amico.
Tommy, we were just trashing you, man.
Now, we were talking about the delay.
Oh man.
No, it's funny. The
We were, though.
the one thing that I think everyone always misses in every single console, no matter what game is released, is the importance of music in the game.
Ooh.
And
Yep.
I think that's the one thing when we were playing it,
Mm-hmm.
playing the Amico, where we were like, "Yo, this track is dope. Oh, this track is good. Oh,
Every
this
track
this
is
track." I was like,
Every track.
and the music brings you into the mood of what you're doing. If the music
I
stinks,
wish-
you do not want to play the game.
How many times have we asked Tommy?
Guys.
Did you do
Did you make this, Tommy? Did you make this? Did you make this?
I wish they had like an actual musician though on their staff to help with. That's like the one thing with the Amico is if they only had an actual musician on the
Well,
I'm being
just
looked at.
just Tommy. That's
Tommy,
Tommy's the
He's the
actual
musician,
musician.
man. He's
I think that was a
man.
joke. I think that was a joke.
that was my worst joke of the night. Sorry guys, that
man.
flopped
Right
terribly.
on.
That was
Damn, man.
You
Yeah,
played it off so well, went right over my head.
You did a good job, man.
If
They're
only
like,
there
"Is
was a
this guy
guy
for real?"
He
who
sold
made
it.
music for video
If there,
games.
yeah, if only there was someone involved in the project.
Like orchestrated this whole thing.
Orchestrated. Orchestrated. Yeah, if there was
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
somebody who orchestrated.
With a cousin that.
No, we had that same thing too. He was pointing out like Astro Smash is a great example because all of the elements are sort of keyed to the songs. He was pointing it out, and I was like, yeah, this is great, And we had of course, I think we were up pretty late that night, and I think probably our neighbors could hear because Tommy's like, yeah, let's crank it. It was a lot of fun.
Wake him up.
It's funny, even though all the music was blasting over each other, we could still hear all of it.
Yeah.
And that's why it sounded like an arcade also.
No, it was in the arcade atmosphere,
No, that was
and I
awesome.
do miss arcade atmospheres. Minus the taking your quarters and all that shit.
So Tommy, it's minus taking quarters. Tommy, since you're in the chat, let us know if there's gonna be like soundtracks for these things. Can we buy this?
Yeah,
It's
word.
gonna be on Spotify.
yeah.
Let us know when these songs are gonna be available.
Yeah,
Hack that into the game, the physical
Or we
release
can get that-
retail
we
game.
can
There you
get that
go.
discount or something.
Maybe that's the
Hey.
gift that the pre-order guys
The
are gonna get.
gift.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even
Yeah.
mention that in the news.
Maybe it'll be soundtracks.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
That's
to know What
right.
the gift is going to be because
There's-
I'm waiting
you're-
for the pre-order.
Now the gift's gonna be a
Are you-
calendar with Tommy Tellerico on every month like this. And
Guitar
Oh,
pose.
come on, man.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yo, come on.
Yo, he's about to do it too. He's
No,
like, yo,
don't-
that's a
don't
great
do that.
idea.
Please don't do
Oh, he
that.
says
Please
that
don't
like
do that.
soundtrack albums.
I don't want that.
Hey,
He
so
said,
are you guys-
I don't want that.
I'm sorry,
On the
but
calendar.
Damn.
Take care,
We
Dr.
want
I don't want
soundtracks.
that. No, I don't want the calendar, man. That's what I'm talking
We
about.
want the soundtrack.
Oh, Tommy just said it.
Yeah.
They're doing a soundtrack.
Yeah.
They're doing
Oh.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be
That's,
calendars.
that's
Now it's gonna
No,
be,
no,
it's gonna
no,
be
no.
calendars with
No,
the
no,
soundtrack.
No.
One different song each month.
Earth, Wind,
with a different cover of it of Tommy.
That's
Tommy like
DLC
this,
guy.
like-
Earthworm Jim, man. Earthworm Jim.
It'll be Michael Jackson cover all over again.
Oh no. No.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Henry Martin. If only I knew someone who had like 100 instruments in their house.
A whole studio. Just
They're doing Astro Smash, Night Stalker, Snafu, etc. Tommy says. Look at that.
Snafu. See, I forgot about Snafu. Turbo brought that up
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, he was dying.
Oh,
to play
that's
that.
Yes.
gosh, that was the other game we played was the one side swiper.
Oh, yes.
Hot Wheels.
Hot
That
was
one's
Hot Wheels.
fun.
Oh, so Hot Wheels is hilarious.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my god.
stink at
Yeah.
that game, by the
Oh,
way.
dude, I had a lot of fun with that. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He says the soundtrack
Yep.
should be available at the end of the year. He thinks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Dude,
Tommy,
that's
drop
awesome.
drop that exclusive and let us know what that gift is.
Yo,
though.
drop that exclusive, Tommy. Drop
Right,
that
right.
exclusive.
He's like, nah, not yet.
Level
So are you
857 is
guys
gonna
all
be on
pre-ordered?
featured on
I'm
that
curious.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
His lawyers are like, no,
Okay.
man. Shut up.
Tommy's like, have a good night, guys. Have a good night.
Sign off. Sign off. Sign off now.
Tommy said he never come on without dropping an
You're gonna
exclusive.
breach contract. You're gonna breach contract. You're gonna breach contract. You're gonna sign off.
Not ready yet. Not ready.
Oh
Man,
man.
I can't wait, man. I can't
Hot
wait.
Wheels isn't a game; they're just little toy cars. Harem says, "No, but they will be a game that's coming soon."
That's
Yeah, and
awesome.
actually, that is the license. Hot Wheels, Mattel is it's going to be. Although I did, I mentioned to Tommy that I really liked the look of the game as it was. So I was like, okay, so is it going to change that much when they sort of because they're going to reskin some of it? And he was saying, that it is going to look like the official, cars, but that they're probably going to keep the general look of it. So that made me happy because I think it's it was the first game that I saw that I went, ooh, I like the way that looks from an art design
I
standpoint.
like the way it played, man.
Tommy says the gift
Well, that
is
too,
coming
yeah.
tomorrow or Friday, and people are going to, he thinks, really enjoy it.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
All right.
Tomorrow,
Dude.
Friday? No, now!
Can't wait.
So they're gonna announce
wait.
it.
He just told us. And he
He just told us he retracted his message.
Oh, no.
He gave it away and he took it back.
Somebody screenshot that.
No,
Ah, damn it.
Oh, dude.
That's awesome.
Damn it,
Chuck,
Tommy.
Chuck, did you get it? Did you get it?
No, he was no, he didn't finish his sentence. That's all. I just said I kept. Calm down.
All
Wow.
right, Chuck.
You know you're trying to
Retracted.
hold it. No, we know.
We're always
Calm
trying
down.
to take
Stop
information.
playing with our emotions.
We're always trying to take information.
And listen, guys, listen. Out there, we're not trying to sell you an Amico.
No, man.
Listen, you have your thoughts. It's fine. You can have your thoughts on what you want. If you want it or don't, that's up to you. We're
Right.
just describing our experiences with it.
Yeah.
Just get
so-
that. Just let that out there.
If it's for you, it's for you.
I'm
You,
love-
you enjoy it. You like what we're talking about. That's cool. If it's not, hey.
Tommy
Teach
retracted
us
again.
He said the
What's
gift
that?
is, and he retracted it.
He literally typed an X.
great.
Calm down.
Xbox.
Oh yeah.
The Xbox.
It's an Xbox Series X.
Oh, then we all get Xbox One. so-
A Series X. What?
Get it,
Exactly.
Xbox.
I can't.
You know what I love about this though is it reminds me of the days when we could just kind of talk about games and just kind of be excited about it, around the playground or whatever, and be like, oh, like looking at Nintendo Power and be like, oh, the Super Nintendo looks awesome, man, 64 looks awesome.
How dare you be
And-
excited?
Yeah. You're not allowed to be excited about anything
How
anymore.
dare you?
You know?
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, as far as the Amico goes, I know that I'm excited about it. I'm glad that you are. I've enjoyed getting a chance to just talk to some people that are also excited about it because this is also part of that experience that we grew up with gaming, and it has changed. It has
Yeah,
changed, and I'm not saying there's good and bad that came along with those changes, but
That's how I met
yeah,
these guys, though.
it's
Yeah.
If I wasn't hyped about the Sega Master System, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
they, right.
Yeah.
So okay, what were all your first consoles? I'm curious.
First consoles. Shit.
That was my first Sega Master System. was
Alvin's
probably the
like, I'm
first I
out.
owned.
Alvin has I don't know. One of his wives. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
He doesn't have any wives. Actually, yours is probably a lot easier than mine.
Well, I told him it's Sega Master System.
Sega Master.
That was the first system I owned.
that
yeah.
you ever owned.
Yeah. Not that I played, but that I owned for myself. And
Yeah.
got games. I had every freaking game for that system. I was spoiled.
You
Oh my
introduced
gosh.
us to the Sega Master System, I believe, right?
I had sports. I had the great football that worked with the wrong controller, and I couldn't play it. It
Is
just
that
ran, it
great
just
football's
ran
when you're
down.
only on offense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the game. I got so many games. I got the wrong one.
You got so many
But
games
no,
here the wrong.
But yeah, and it didn't work. But yeah.
You got us into this
I got-
Sega Master System, I think,
No,
right?
I met Kev because we had the Sega Master System.
Really? Oh, so we had that beforehand. So that, I was
Yeah.
probably so young that I was just like messing around. Like I know we had the ColecoVision, I know we had the Intellivision, we had the Atari, but like when I first started being able to play games and got hooked was the NES
Of course.
and Zelda. When I saw Kev
that
playing
changed the
Zelda,
game. That changed
yeah,
the
I was like, what is this? I want to play it. What is this? What is it? What is this Zelda thing? And then I went over to Sega.
When I first played Nintendo, it was pinball.
Oh
Like,
God,
and baseball, like
Oh.
the old shit.
that's terrible.
Like the old Atari
Yeah,
game.
like the black box,
Yeah.
black box pinball.
Yeah, those are nasty. And then Mario came.
Midnight Magic on Atari 2600 is better than that thing.
Yeah, for me, same thing. The ColecoVision, Atari, but I was hooked when I was playing Nintendo, and it was Mario and Duck Hunt, and then it was
Ooh,
Contra.
Contra.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Contra's the shit, man.
What was the
That
question?
game was too hard.
What was
Before the code? Too
game,
hard.
the
Oh, yeah.
system that started us? What was the?
That was the first
okay.
system you had, yeah.
The first system I had, it was Atari 2700. I got it for
27, that doesn't exist. What is
Oh,
that?
nice. Oh,
I got it for Christmas, and I had the 2600. My brother had it, and I remember playing it, but he was my older brother. We're 10 years apart, and he never let me touch it.
He's like, get the
So he's
fuck
like,
away.
yeah, he's like, get out of here, you can't play it. But
I want
I
to
remember-
play
I
that
remember-
anyway.
I remember I wanted one, and I was like, I want one of these, and Christmas came, and I got that. I got the 2700, and I was like, oh, this
He's
is
like,
cool.
I want the 26.
It's backwards compatible. I can play, the
Right.
other games and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's cool. But I really wanted Nintendo. But I was like, I wanted the Nintendo. I was like, damn it, I want the NES. And I
Right.
think it was like 2 years later, maybe, and I got the NES.
Nobody had an Amiga?
Yeah.
Amiga?
No one was a
Nah.
PC
I don't.
guy.
I don't know. I don't
At
think
all.
none of us had an
Nope.
Amiga.
But
yeah.
that-
Ah.
But I remember
No.
specific
Game
games for the Atari and Intellivision.
Probably from
But,
visiting
but
people.
I mixed them up on what was for what, because I remember playing
Mm.
Rocky.
Yeah.
I remember playing what's the disc game? What the fuck is that? The movie Tron.
Tron.
Snafu. I remember, but I don't remember because the controllers were terrible on all of them, and
Yeah, it was.
they did not work well.
So I didn't want it.
So I don't. I maybe tried to play them, but since the controllers were so bad that I didn't really. It didn't have an effect on me. But when Nintendo happened, that's when I said, "Oh my God, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy."
Yeah.
And for years,
Yeah.
when you first get the wooden sword as Link, I thought he killed the old man because he lifted the sword up.
Because he
And
disappears.
he disappears. I said, he fucking
Yeah.
stabbed him. Holy shit. I need to
That got
play this
dark.
game.
For
Doesn't it? It
seconds.
looks like he stabs him right in the,
Ba-na-na-na.
Yeah, get out of here, old man. I
I'll
don't
say
need
one
you.
thing though. The NES. My mom was a barber. She worked at a barber shop. It was right next to my elementary school, and I remember going after elementary school to see my mom, and they had an NES there. I didn't have one myself, but they had a Nintendo for the kids, to play whatever.
Yeah.
And you took
And I-
that thing.
And I remember
He stole the
man,
whole thing.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah.
That's
No,
how you
but-
started.
I remember that was like the only time, my only memory of my older parents ever playing games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my mom was playing Duck Hunt, and she was
Ah.
so into it.
Did you tell
And
her
I
to turn the
remember- and
brightness
then I
up?
was like-
she could shoot anywhere.
No, but I was like, oh my god,
The
like, my
lies.
mom is playing this. Like this is cool. Like
Yeah.
I didn't,
It's a different experience.
that was a cool moment,
Yeah.
man. Like
ColecoVision. Rocky was for Coleco. Okay, see, my mom had all of
and
them. She bought all of them.
I can't wait to have that experience again. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
That's
It's,
something that the
can't wait to
Amico
have
can
that.
offer.
it's something special.
Because your parents can get
There-
back into it.
There's a
Like,
market
yeah.
for that. I
And
can
now-
Nowadays,
know-
stuff is too intimidating for the older people to get into.
Hell yeah.
And kids are like a little, they could probably figure it out eventually, but they
If you can
probably
get
won't
your
be
parents to
good
play
at the
Last
games
of
anyway.
Us, I would be so surprised.
Wow.
If my mom plays a game with me,
Yeah.
period,
It's a movie.
I'd be like, whoa, we're putting this on the channel.
Dude, your mom's
Oh,
good
yeah.
at Pac-Man.
If-
man.
Yeah, she's
If
like, yo, where's that
there's
Miss Pac-Man at? She keeps asking me every time.
Yo,
If
for
there's
real,
if there's
though,
a system,
this guy's mom
an
is-
ecosystem,
Pac-Man.
a store, a controller, where everything is just it's easy and intuitive to use, then it's gonna get played. Even like I will consider sometimes, do I really want to like set that up? Like do I want to set that game up? And so if you can just dive right into it, that's like why I was saying, that's why the Galaxy and why I have it over here and I just turn it on and I go, It's why I still have my classic consoles, and it's just there are experiences that are just easier to use and to understand. The Wii, I think, was the peak of interface.
Yeah.
Like the interface of the Wii is still the best for a game console, and even the other things it did, because
that was the bowling machine.
anyone would pick up the remote, and it's just like boom, you just point, click at the little TV screen, and you're done. The icon, you're done. And the Switch, I like that Nintendo refocused, instead of having like the Wii U where it could get a little bit more like a cell phone and a little more complicated. They just went like, here's one row of things, go through it. But even that can be complicated for some people. So, it's like if you can do it right, and if you can get it where anybody can pick it up and play, which I think is where they're going with the Amico, like I think that's going to be a really great advantage for all the homes that do get one.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's about the ease of use.
Agreed.
Yep.
And I had no problem playing any of them.
No, the games were easy to pick up to play. You didn't need long tutorials and stuff.
That's the reason for it.
Yeah.
But I think we're ready for the games we've been playing.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna start with our guests.
Yeah, what you been playing, man? Let us know.
Mana.
I don't like video games.
You just collect? What the hell?
It's all a ruse. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, like I said, I've been super busy. Like I've got I was mentioning this before, but I've got a couple more weeks that I've been on call. I work for a hospital right now. It's been wild. So so my gaming time has been cut short. Okay. The biggest things for me is, I'll go in on Animal Crossing New Horizons still. I've pretty much played it minus about a week since the day before launch, because in the Pacific Coast, it launched still technically the day before it was officially supposed to launch. I've been playing this thing every day. I love it. It's just soothing. So I log in, go check out my resident services. I've also been playing a little bit of Dragalia Lost, the Nintendo mobile app, which is actually kind of fun. It's definitely one of those, like, it's trying to get, nickel and dime you, but it's actually a pretty fun little game. Sky has been what I've been streaming recently. Children of Light, Sky. It's an Apple Arcade game that was then released on Nintendo Switch. What I like about it is just gorgeous. It's by the same team around like Journey, if you ever played Journey on the PlayStation.
I like it.
Super cool, just chill. It's about the experience. Really cool. And then...
You know, like
yeah, like Flower. They did Flow and.
It's not my type of game.
Actually, was it Fly? It was Flow.
Yeah,
it's not my type. Listen, I understand the artwork and everything that
right.
Like,
Journey was dope though. Got it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I just didn't get it.
And then
for me. No.
yeah, and then I'm playing through. So because it's the 35th anniversary of Zelda, the Zelda franchise on Twitch, another thing I'm doing is I'm playing through the Zelda franchise, beginning to end. Very slowly. I'm on Link's Awakening right now,
Nice.
but I'm actually having Friends of Mana join me. Anyone that wants to join, they sign up and then they can actually join me on the stream and actually be like getting that experience of when you have a guide, like maybe an older brother or a cousin or sister, aunt, uncle, and they just pop in. They're and then they guide me, and so I've had a lot of great experiences with friends playing through the Zelda franchise. So that's kind of what I've been up to mostly lately. But yeah, I bounce around a lot.
Nice.
See, this is why we gotta have him back on when Turbo's here. Because
Turbo
Turbo is the Zelda.
Oh, dude.
He is the
He's a
Zelda
diehard.
guy.
The
He's
diehard
He's
Zelda
Nintendo
fan.
man.
He
Yeah.
is diehard.
You're gonna have a new follower, and then you're gonna have somebody pop up and say, "Listen
He knows
to
everything.
me and do what I say."
Just follow
and you
me.
will have the best experience of all time.
Hold my hand.
I will take you through the
I
world
shall
of
guide
Hyrule.
you. I
Let's
will
go.
guide you. I
I will
guide
take you to the promised land.
Follow me through the majestical world.
of Hyrule.
He's the Zelda guy.
No,
Yeah,
he
he's definitely
he is a Zelda guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's next?
We gotta let him
Right on.
I'll go.
Go for it.
So I've been playing Astral Chain.
Yes!
All right, relax. Relax.
Wow.
We're all
Don't get so
tired of
excited.
it.
They were nagging me to play this game for about a year?
You mean me?
The game's been out
It's been
for
out
2
for 2
years.
But they've probably been nagging for about a year.
Yeah, he's been nagging me for about a year to play the game. It's good. I mean, it's passable for a game if you like that kind of stuff. No,
Ah!
no, it's a good game. It's a good game.
I like
I know
that.
he's joking.
I
That's
know,
why I'm not
joking.
taking
No,
him
it's
seriously.
It's a good game. It's
know.
it's solid. The action sequences are dope. The fighting system is dope. How you upgrade your
Legion.
Legion.
Legion of Doom.
Dope. I love it.
How far are you?
Don't tell. Don't tell.
I think I'm on file 5 or 6.
What? How many hours? I mean, should I
Oh.
say?
File 5?
6 or 7.
Oh, 6 or 7 hours. Okay. Psst.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
enjoy it this
No, that's-
much,
no, that's-
this early, ooh, child.
only
I just started the stage where I got to sneak around.
Okay.
He's on file 5. He's very.
Okay.
He's like.
You're still early. Just a baby.
he's-
you
yeah.
just a baby.
You just
Yeah.
started, man.
You ain't passed me yet.
You just a
Okay.
baby.
You ain't
You just
spoiling
started, man.
nothing.
You just started.
You
But
can
it's
talk.
good.
You can talk all about it.
Okay.
No, but
But you like it. You enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a good game. For those of you who didn't see Saturday's podcast, I played Fighter Friday. I played Smash Brothers Ultimate for Fighter Fridays and get my ass whooped
I don't know why
for
you did
2
that.
hours straight.
why'd you do that?
For 2 hours straight, ass kicked. And that's all I have to say about
He's
that.
not. He's not exaggerating. I watched
No,
that
no,
shit.
that was bad. That was bad.
It's
And,
still up on Twitch. You can check it out. Go check it out.
Yeah, please watch.
Chalk's ass whooping.
Then follow and subscribe. I wish I could retitle the video to
I think
Chalk's
we
beat
got
down.
Yeah.
We got
you
a
can.
billboard
you
that we
can?
just like.
You can make
Oh,
clips.
I can edit some clips and make a highlight reel for you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of lowlights in that video.
Oh, those some.
Low
those
lights.
some
I made a clip of me getting choked out.
And wow.
Damn.
Not
And,
myself, man. In the
Dark.
game.
I was about to
That's
say.
dark.
I was about to say that's very dark,
What the
dude.
hell?
Did you say in what game? You just said
I was about to
yourself.
be like,
I got choked out.
I was
Wait.
about to be like, is that on your OnlyFans?
Go to Twitch.
Yo, check out Sticks OnlyFans where he gets choked out.
Go to Twitch and watch the clip. This is
my special. This is my specialty, guys. Hey guys, this is my specialty.
It was in Clock Tower 2.
Okay. Thank you for being more specific.
They don't let me be specific.
No, it was good. That was
I've
funny, though.
I've also been playing Gears 5. The new operation started last Tuesday.
How was that?
Dope.
What is it? New maps and
New map,
8?
new skins.
Operation 8?
I gotta beat the game.
So what?
It's 8.
Operation
I
8,
gotta
yeah.
beat the game. I didn't even
And
play it.
then I've been playing Dragon Ball Fighters. They just did a new game patch that started yesterday, and plays really well. I played it for a couple hours today.
Avengers all day.
So what?
Pretty soon it's gonna be Avengers, right?
what?
Yeah, Then
Wakanda. That's coming.
yeah, that's coming out in like 6 days.
Coming
And
soon.
then another game that I played was a game that we watched on the eShop on Monday. I played Dodgeball Academia.
Oh,
Oh, how was
you
that? How was
got
that?
that?
Dope. It's on Game Pass.
the role player. It's the role player.
It's on Game
Dodgeball.
Pass.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
That's
I didn't know
hilarious.
that.
it's a role player dodgeball. It's fun. It's fun.
Dude, they got so much. These indie games, I swear, there's too many.
Have a
Too
good
many
one, Tommy.
Take care,
Thanks for
Tommy.
stopping
by.
Always a
Thank you,
pleasure. Thank you
Tommy.
for hanging out with
Oh,
us.
hey, wait, real quick. I gotta thank Tommy. Tommy up here, he was shouting me out. He goes, "ArtOfMana has an epic gaming room, spent many hours in it, and an amazing controller collection." Yes, he pulled some things out of different cabinets, drawers, closets, shelves, etc. It's true. It's just like,
OnlyFans.
oh, yeah. Tommy, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Douche.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I played.
Okay.
Have a wonderful dinner with your wife. Get back to work, Tommy.
Yeah, man.
These.
And also take some time for you. You've been working hard.
Tommy's a machine, dude.
Tommy needs to
I don't
go on
know.
another vacation.
man.
I don't know where
Do
this
another
guy gets his
vacation.
energy from, man. He's a machine.
Nah, he's very motivated. Man. He's a good guy.
We were up to like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, we're like, time for bed. He's just like, nah, I'm showing this. I'm showing that. I'm showing that. Blah, blah. I'm like,
Oh shit.
he sleeps in a coffin.
He's a vampire.
He just
He
rises.
rises. He just rises up.
I'm up. No, he's awesome.
Oh, man.
I can go over what I played real
go
quick
ahead.
Go for it.
because I haven't played a damn thing since the last podcast because we had it Saturday.
Damn.
We had it Saturday.
No,
So
we
it's
did it.
not
We
a-
had a podcast Saturday.
I had to edit that thing. I had to get it up. I
know.
couldn't
Yeah,
play.
I
that.
had to do
yeah.
it too.
I had to sleep and work and stuff. I had to do
Don't say that out loud, Jay.
I had to do it too. I know the feeling.
Listen,
I know.
some people have to sleep. I know
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah,
doesn't have to
yeah,
sleep.
Tommy's like, what you talking about sleep?
Yo, I don't know if anybody noticed,
People need to
but
sleep.
this whole
Tommy doesn't.
This whole setup had to get broken down and brought over to the other area.
Yeah, like I said, it's
and
a
set up
pop-up.
for a
It's
live
pop-up table.
podcast. And it's like
You just open it
That was a
and then
miracle.
plug it in.
That was a miracle.
And look, I did the best I could to try to get it exactly this. It's not exactly. I know I probably
Slight
messed up
improvements
something.
here and there.
I know I messed up something on the desk. I know.
Lighting might be different. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yo, once we get
camera's
bigger
different.
and we get more money, we're gonna have a portable version of the podcast. So we
Word.
don't have to break.
You
it.
just
Pop
hit a,
up, pop-
you just
yo,
hit
you
a
press a
button.
button.
and
Yo.
it pops up.
How awesome would that be?
It'll be like an Iron Man suit. You just open up the suitcase, hit the button, and it just transforms. Like, oh, we're
Yeah.
ready. Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
get
dream.
everything.
Let's go.
Briefcase.
Did you
It's
see that?
like-
Did you see? Speaking of which, did you see the Optimus Prime that automatically transforms?
No.
You hit the. It's like a remote control Optimus, and you can drive him around. And then you hit the button, he goes.
That's
then you
pretty
can-
dope, but I
and then
didn't
you
know
can talk to
that.
him, and he's like,
Where'd you see that?
"It's on YouTube." I didn't buy it. It just costs like a lot.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody,
Whoa, what the
ain't
hell?
nobody need no Optimus.
But it's dope, though.
I kind of want that.
Like
man.
he does it. He actually does it on the fly, and he can like drive
That
around.
kind of sounds
That's
cool.
crazy.
Man.
And
That
if it
sounds
messes
fucking
up,
cool.
he just gets stuck.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he reverts back to his other
When
form.
you saw him mess
Yo,
up?
can you drive the Optimus
yeah, they
Prime
were
off a
holding
ramp
on.
and transform him mid-air and then have him land on his
Oh, you
feet?
could probably throw it. I wouldn't though.
That's for another video. That's for another.
Imagine if you did it. But yeah, I mean, I didn't play anything different than what I did last podcast, so I don't want to bore you again with the same thing.
Nah, just talk about
It was
it.
a
dog.
Nintendo. I
about
played
it,
the Nintendo medley of games, bunch of 8-bit stuff, Mega Man, Punch Out, bunch of fun, like awesome games from that time. And
We could be friends.
and Yo Noid, that was a part
Why?
of it.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Yes.
For
That was-
Emerald Wizard.
That wasn't part of the good ones.
But you got
But no, I did
harassed.
it for Emerald Wizard. I did it for Emerald
You
Wizard.
got
It was
harassed?
a shout out. Yeah, I got harassed to play it, and I did it for him. And whatever you guys want me to play, listen, I'll try it. All right. I don't know if I'll play it for long, but if you got a suggestion, I'll think about playing it.
See, that goes to show how dedicated we are.
Exactly.
We got harassed. You were harassed for a long time.
That was a while, man.
He always said
Before
he's
we even went to
He's like,
Twitch,
you're gonna
he
play.
was
Are you gonna stream Yo Noid?
But it was
Are
Yo
you gonna
Noid
stream
2.
it?
It was originally Yo Noid 2.
And
it
I
didn't
just
quite
picture him on the other side of the computer like, you played it?
work. He's like, I got it. He's like, I got it.
Yeah, got him.
I got it.
Got him.
But he said,
Look at this, I
he
did
was
it.
satisfied. He's like, all right,
No.
cool. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Hey, Subaru's in the chat. What's going on?
Super Boo.
What up? What up?
I guess I'll go next. Yeah, Tetris Tuesday. I played a new game that's not a physical game. This is interesting because this is something that Sticks sent me he sent me a message. You messaged me on this, and I had no idea this existed. And I was like, this is interesting. This is cool. There's a developer. What is his name? I Am Henry or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
I Am Henry.
We'll give him
or
a
something
shout
like
out
that.
later.
It's on the stream. You can check it on the Twitch channel. You could Tetris Tuesday. You could check it on my channel. I put the URL on the bottom.
Ural.
Everybody can. It's a free game.
Earl.
No DLC or anything like that. You could just
Describe
go
this
to
game.
every week he updates the game, and it's basically it's Tetris, but terrible. that's the premise of the game.
But then it's not.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. That's the premise of the game, right?
Yeah.
Every week he adds a different element to the game, like
to change
he'll
it completely.
to change it up. Like he'll add a new rule to the game, and last night when I played it, it was the floor is lava. That was the rule.
So anything that touches that gets disintegrated.
Anything that touches the floor is lava, and it just disintegrates. So you had one. It started off with like one barrier that was like falling down, and you had to put all your pieces on that one little square, and that's how you had. And then as soon as it touched the lava, it just
It
disintegrated.
looked cool. I like the
It
way.
was-
Yeah, it was
do you
different.
know what?
It was different.
This
well, you
is
made
the thing
it better
about it.
though. You did make it better though.
Well, there's gripes with it. There's gripes with it. All right, I commend him for his like creativity. Like this guy, every week, every Tuesday.
He has to make a new game.
No, every Tuesday he makes a new like he
Exactly.
comes up with a new rule and he makes a completely different
Every
game.
Tuesday. Oh, he
Every
wow,
single
that's
week.
nuts.
What if they all were
And he-
saved and you can pick which one?
No,
How many games?
You
would
know
that
what's
be?
fucked up is like
Oh,
sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes I look back, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, and then the
And it's
next week,
lost.
and he never goes
lost
back
forever.
to it. He's never.
Maybe
I
if
don't know
you-
how long he's been doing it for, but
Maybe if you donate, he'll give you them.
well, I did donate to it, and I did let everybody know, like, hey, listen, if you guys like this, if like,
Tell
I
him you
encourage
want the old shit.
I encourage people to try it out, play it, and if you like it, support the developers, support them, throw them $1, whatever. Just
I think Super
throw
was
some
checking it
money.
out. You liked it.
What's it called again?
Shit, Tetrable. Tetrable.
Tetrable.
Just yeah.
love
Te-
it.
exactly how I just said it. Tetrable.
Yeah.
Tetrable. Google it.
I love it.
Just Google it. I can't remember the
Okay.
URL from the top of my head, but just Google it.
Still better than
And-
Hattress.
Hattress is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Still better
Fuck
than
that game. That's
Yo,
terrible.
Still better than Wettress.
What's Wettress?
That's
Tetrable.
another. That's another.
Tetrable.
OnlyFans.
Yes.
Tetrable.
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 But you did add
By
you added music,
by Henry for short.
I was
though.
gonna
Henry
say
for short. Okay,
my-
there you go.
Henry for sure. Yes.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Henry.
put it
Actually,
there.
yeah, you set it
Yeah,
up.
Super Bowl. put it
Listen,
there.
the thing about the game
There you
that I was like surprised about is that the fact that you can't. There's no controller support.
Yeah, it sucks.
You have to use a
Oh.
keyboard, right?
Mm.
Now you think to
Oh.
yourself,
That would be a deal breaker for me.
exactly. Yeah. No,
Well,
no.
although, but you
For
could
me
use
too.
you could use things to get the controller. I mean, you could get what is it?
You could get
can
like
use
a macro.
Yeah,
Something with the
Controller
macro,
that can
right?
do it, yeah.
joy to key,
But
joy to
but
key.
you know
Yeah.
what?
It never works.
I gotta
Stealth.
say, as if like I'm big on controllers,
Yeah.
big on controllers, and I have to say, the controls are pretty damn good.
Really?
I
Okay.
can't. I couldn't believe. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. It's weird at first. It's weird at first.
You were maneuvering.
After yeah, to be like some of the stuff that I was doing, like I've only done on a controller. I've never done on a keyboard.
You did like eye spins.
Yes.
I've
No,
never
I've
seen
done.
that
I've
before.
done
wow.
T spins, I spins, freaking L spin. I was like, dude, I've never done it. I've never done anything like that on a keyboard.
Wow.
Or like I've done it on a controller, but I'm like, I've never done it on a keyboard. I'm like, what the fuck? How's this possible?
You made it rave night too.
Huh?
You made it more interesting by making it rave night with the remixes.
Oh well,
with
that
the-
was another thing.
the
That, all right,
remix.
the two gripes. The one was the no controller support. However, it is functional, and you can play with the keyboard. It is functional with it.
Mhm.
But the other thing, the biggest thing, is that there's no sound effects, and there's no music.
Oh,
That's
could
that's
be-
a,
those
that's
So-
a big
deal
that's a
breaker.
problem.
Which,
That's a problem.
but it makes sense because this guy's making a new game every week.
can't be doing it,
It's
yeah.
like
all
he
the
doesn't-
song would just.
this
get
guy
mad
doesn't have any
repetitive.
time to.
At least
no.
sound effects. Though.
Yeah.
I need to hear something.
No, there's
effects
no
need
sound
to
effects.
hear something.
There's nothing. There's nothing. But what I did was I put on YouTube. I just threw on like
a medley of
a
remixes.
medley of like Tetris remix music.
Dude, there was a rap one.
Yes.
What?
There was a rap version.
Yes.
of the
They're
song.
rapping it-
They
they're
were
rapping
rapping
And I
Tetris?
still can't find it. I went back and I looked. And I'm like, I can't find that damn song.
Said, "Make your booty bounce, make your booty bounce."
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was a rap.
to the
There was a
Tetris
rap Tetris song, man.
Do, 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 do,
It was
do, do,
crazy.
do,
Yeah, yeah,
do, do.
yeah.
The original?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It was a remix, but
No, it was a
they
remix,
were
but I was
rapping
like-
pretty fast too.
I was like, wait,
Oh my
wait.
gosh.
are
Not
there-
saying it was the best song on there,
No, no,
but,
no,
but
no.
I was shocked.
But I'm like thinking to myself, like, wait,
They
are
turned
they?
it into a sleazy trap song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, it was like old school. It's
Yeah.
not like
Okay,
old
okay,
school.
okay.
And I'm like, are they about to?
70s.
Are they about to rap
Yeah, he said
Tetris
70s.
right now? What
First
the
rap.
hell is going on? And like they did. I'm like,
What
what
the
the
fuck?
heck is going on? I can't find it.
No,
I don't know
no,
what
no.
the hell.
What's your favorite version of Tetris?
Oh shit, that's a tough one.
I want to know this,
Got you.
Alvin.
That's a tough one. Yeah, it is between two. Tetris Effect Connected and Tetris 99.
So the two newest ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Except for Puyo
Wow.
Puyo. Not Puyo Puyo.
Not boy,
Hell no,
I-
man. No.
Because based on what we were talking about earlier, I would have thought you would have said like the NES. I mean, I would have thought you would have
No,
like
no,
put
no,
the NES
Or
version in there,
Game Boy. I started like that's what got
or
me.
the Game Boy.
Game Boy Tetris was the Tetris that got me started.
That's the first Tetris.
My,
song?
Okay.
my older sister was like, we were on a road trip and she had the Game Boy. She owned the Game Boy. She got it for her birthday, and like I wanted to play it, and she was like hogging it. She was like, you know. And I remember she beat my score. Like she gave it to me for like a little bit, and she beat my score, and that's when it started. Like that.
Nice.
How dare you
That
beat
would know,
my
yeah.
score?
And then after that, I was like obsessed with like beating my sister. in Tetris. And that's how it started. And then after that, I was like, oh wow, there's
Nice.
I
other
would've threw
Tetris
up.
games.
I would
You
have threw up in the
threw
car.
up?
Yeah, I wouldn't play that in the car. I would have
Yeah.
threw up.
But then I started actually recently. I started collecting like 2 years ago.
A couple months ago.
No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I started
I didn't know
collecting
about it
Tetris
until a
games.
couple months ago. Doing
And
it on the low.
I had it in my head. I'm
It
like,
became
ah.
a thing recently.
Yeah.
Well, I'm collecting even more now, but I don't want to say what it is. But
You're gonna have all of them. All the Tetris.
I want to have a complete collection. No, but
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
it's the most ported.
Yeah,
it's-
don't you need to get the the 3DO and the you have to get the CDI. There was
I
a
have that.
Tetris for the CDI.
I got it.
You got it. Oh,
I
there
have
you go.
I have a complete. All right, I'll say it. I have a complete North American Tetris collection, console collection.
Nice.
Video
Yeah,
coming
That's
at
awesome.
some point in time. I'm not gonna say a date.
Well, I'm working on it. I am working on it right now as we speak. We're working.
That's
on it. I'm working on it.
awesome.
But I'm continuing the collection. It's gonna take me a while to get because there's a lot
Yeah.
of games. It's the most ported video game.
Yeah.
You have to get the original Russian one, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
On the
Tetris-
like the
I do.
computers that
Tetris-
they don't even make anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop that now.
What's the battle? What that was called?
It was like on DOS. Yeah. That's owned by the Soviet Union.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
You gotta break into the vault.
Actually, I'm about to say that's in a vault, dude.
They're in a bunker somewhere.
Actually, isn't the first Tetris like a board game? Isn't those pieces like he originally got the
No,
idea
no.
from something?
No.
I don't know what
The
name
the
was.
gaming historian Norm the gaming
Yes,
historian has an
yes.
amazing
Yes,
documentary
I've
on
watched
it.
it
We've had to have
Oh.
all seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Alexei
Good.
Pavlov. Paginov?
Yeah.
Paginov? I can't
Alexei.
pronounce it. I can't pronounce it.
Something like that. Close enough.
Alexei Puff and Pass.
Alexei.
Alexi, close enough.
Alexi, we're bros. Alexi.
There you go. There you go.
So we said they have Tetris
We're on
on
first
the
name basis.
Noon? The noon? It's
Jay with that reading.
All right.
not noun.
The other game I'm playing, just real quick, I had to go back because that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Going back to the news that we were talking about with Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
You know the Turtles are Power
Cor-
Rangers, by the way? Okay, I'm sorry. But they are now.
Yeah, they did a comic book crossover.
They have
What?
Turtles in the Power
Yeah.
Rangers outfit. It's crazy.
Get
I-
out
I-
of here.
I-
Oh, that's
Bananas.
right.
I'm not
yeah.
even going to address that.
I don't even understand.
And
what-
And Transformers
We're
and
not
My
gonna-
Little
too much,
Pony.
it's too
We're not
much.
gonna go into it.
It's
That's
too
not
much.
bringing it up.
Transformers and My Little Pony.
That's next. That's
Dude. Anyway,
I play that game.
there's an indie game called Chroma Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Go Power
yeah,
Rangers.
Yeah.
I'm very close to beating the game. I have to say I'm like 21 hours, maybe.
That's a good. That's
21
good.
hours.
That's a
Right.
good time.
I'm like right at the end. I know I'm at the end because I know what, like
Yeah.
the, what's going on.
It's
and
good
all
link.
Like
that.
the
Boss.
little pixel graphics, right? The little
It's
like the
it's a strategy RPG.
Are they tiny? They're not tiny.
with
are they?
multiple little.
Yeah, you have five.
Little
You
ranges,
have
right?
5 characters, and it's funny because it's not Power Rangers, but it's
It's
Yeah.
a spoof of it.
it's a spoof of it.
Parody.
You play. Yeah, it's a parody.
Homage.
Well,
maybe.
you play as the.
Is it homage or parody?
Well, it's a parody. I'm gonna say it's a parody only
Okay,
because you
okay.
play as the stuntmen.
Oh yeah, okay,
that
yeah.
play-
So it is a
that play
parody.
this-
There you go.
and it's like the director is like the enemy, and it's like,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get views. So like, each chapter is an episode, and it's like you're trying, and
awesome.
you have to hire like different PR firms to like. It's freaking,
That's a funny
dude,
concept.
it is
That is a
crazy.
funny concept.
No, it's
That's cool.
out there. It's funny.
The trailer was hysterical. When we
It's
saw it.
it's the dialogue. It just made me laugh. It's a really good. It's a fun time.
And
It's a
at the
fun
end,
time.
they canceled the Power Rangers Arkham game.
Oh no!
Damn.
Dude, if that happens for real, I'd be like, oh my god,
That's
That's
the
the
end.
full
ending.
circle, full circle,
With no reason,
with
still.
no reason at all.
Still no reason.
I'm just gonna do it because.
good.
That's it.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Have a good one, Relic Gamer.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
thanks for coming
Thanks
through.
for coming through.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a game that it took me a while to get into it. To be honest, it took me about like 2 hours to get into it because I was like, I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
What
It looked cool though. It looked cool.
because the battle system was a little too easy at first, but now I'm to the point where I'm like, oh shit, all right.
It got
No.
real.
And something that Chalk said, the Power Rangers are based off of teamwork.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is like. The game is based off of teamwork.
Single
It
player.
really is.
Yeah, right. And it's
No,
single-
no, no.
And it's single player.
It's a single player strategy RPG, but it's based off of teamwork. So you have to make sure. For example, there's like team
That's
moves.
an oxymoron.
Well, yeah, it is. No, but there's team moves that you could do. So based off of where they are on the board, as long as you have them together next to each other,
Mhm.
they do like an attack.
Nice.
together.
Okay.
As long as they're together, like
But
within
can you
the
get a Megazord?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. You
And
do.
a-
You
and a-
get, you get a Megazord.
And a cardboard
and it's a-
outfit, though, probably. Like,
well,
I saw that in the trailer. I saw it in the trailer. I saw it in the trailer.
That's awesome.
no, it's really, really good. It's like
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the indie developers that did it, but
Hey,
they
I can
did
look
a
it up.
really good job, man.
I got Google.
They
They did a good job.
I've got
Look
a,
it
I've got a
up.
friend
What else you play?
who his name is Waz. He goes by Waz. It's Warrior of Zerona.
Okay.
Who's big into all of the
Strategy.
that
Strategy.
genre of Japanese television.
Okay.
Oh.
And I watched him play this. This was like as soon as it came out, he was on it. He knew about it, and he was. So I was watching him stream it, and I just like the joy. I think it just appeals to like the fans of the genre. The joy in his voice, like the glee, sheer glee from playing it. It's like, oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm not even a fan
Yep.
of Power Rangers though. That's a fucking. That's
you
a
like
great
Samurai
but I,
Cyber
but I
Squad,
like
though.
I like strategy RPGs.
Sure.
That was your jam, though, right?
Yeah, I remember that show, son. I remember.
I don't.
No,
think
I'm
anyone
not.
should
I'm not
have
even
that.
a fan of Power Rangers, but I like strategy RPGs, and I like the parody aspect of it and the comedy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In this, and it to me it reminds me
Oh,
of
beautiful joke.
Disgaea, which is like a
Oh,
Hopefully not
it's,
the newer
it's like
one.
a comedy. Well, not 5,
No,
but
actually, there's
why
6.
you gotta diss the guy?
no. That look, the strategy RPGs have a place in my heart, and I like comedy, like in the storyline of a strategy RPG. It's a nice breath of fresh air. I like it.
What else you playing?
But yeah, I am playing something else, but I forgot because
Alright.
I don't know where my phone is at. But
I-
go ahead, you
Yeah.
go next. I'll remember whatever.
well, I'm barely.
I
playing
remembered
anything.
a couple of things I'm actually playing.
Oh, go for it.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
go
told-
for it. Go
yeah,
for it.
two handheld things. So I was called where I was like in a place where I'd have some downtime. So I brought with me two things: my Super Mario Game & Watch. So I was working through Super Mario Brothers 2, like the Japanese version.
Oh, the newer one. Okay.
I realized I never actually played through that and beat it. That game is tough. The other one I was playing, it's called Balloon. What is it? Balloon something. But it's on the Arju Boy.
What is that?
And it's this little handheld that's an Arduino-based handheld.
Oh,
And it's just like a custom thing that someone made. It's Balloon something. Anyway, super fun. Ardu Boy, Arduboy. So I brought those with me, and we're playing that. And then I also got 2 keys for a couple of games that I'm playing to review, and it's a couple indie titles. Temple of Snek, and this isn't good. I'm not going to remember the other one. It's the one it's a kind of like Pokemon Snap. You're in a forest, you're taking photos, and I can't think of the name right now.
Oh,
But anyway.
that's ringing a bell.
yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
Picto Forest.
Damn. Even the attempt is just terrible. And you haven't even been
What
drinking. He said
was
Peak
that?
Picto Forest.
Hey, that's not it.
Picto Forest.
Oh,
That was a guess.
man.
why
And he was mad
not?
confident about that
No,
too.
that was a blatant guess.
That was just like a
like that's what
shot in the dark.
just
I'll
a
tell you what it
random thing.
Yeah,
just
that
throw
was
out
it.
there.
I thought
Oh.
that was it. Man.
But it's it's called Beast of Maravilla Island. So
That's
not
not Picto Forest.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close. No,
Forest. What the fuck is that?
That's what I
What
meant.
the hell you
I was
saying?
so off. I was so off.
Exactly what I
but
meant.
valiant effort. But you know what? There's another indie game that I'm actually I might even buy it after this podcast. I might even stream it tonight. It's called Button City, and it's this little low poly indie title where you're these little animals, but you run an arcade.
What?
And I know I'm like, this
That's
sounds
a thing?
amazing.
Wait a minute.
It's a thing. It's an indie game. It's just come out
They think of everything.
today. Launched today,
Wait, so
and
it's
it's been on the radar. So
It's a management type of game? What kind of game is it?
well, so you actually let me actually I have it right here. So I'll pull up the
People
little
are so creative.
blurb on
dude.
it.
They're so fucking creative. It's insane.
Oh yeah, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, Button City is what it's called. It says Fennel is a shy little fox who just moved into town. After discovering the local arcade, he makes new friends and gets swept up into a whirlwind adventure to save it from being shut down at the paws of greedy fat cat Peppermint Pepperbottom.
Why the bad guy gotta be a cat though?
I'm like, oh, It is. I mean, it says it's a colorful, low-poly narrative adventure game about friendship and community. Enter a pastel diorama world inspired by 90s nostalgia and filled with cute characters to befriend. Complete quirky quests around town. Play arcade games. Collect fun costumes. Solve puzzles. And more as you follow a story about growing up and saving the things that are important to you. So like this, it's ticking all the boxes for me. Like this, yeah.
Peppermint
So anyway.
bottom.
That's
So
the
it's
name.
Peppermint
So
pepper
it's like a diorama,
Dastardly.
like type of.
The dastardly peppermint pepper bottom.
I want to see the anime adaptation.
Yes. That's hysterical.
Nice. And what do you got over there?
Yep.
I've only been playing the 2 games. I just finished Scenario 1 of Shining Force 3 for like the 50 millionth time.
Yo, did you stream that?
No, why would I do that, man?
I don't know. I was just curious.
I can't stream that on the computer, man. It's only over here.
Yeah, you can stream
Can't stream it over there. It's,
Yeah,
it's
stream
small
that on the computer.
Saturn graphics. No, that ain't nobody
Stream
trying
it.
to
Put
see
it
that.
on the big screen.
Anyway, moving on.
65
But
inch Saturn.
I'm very very happy that Turbo wasn't around to delete the saved info like he did last time. That's caused me
Oh,
to start the whole thing over. So now
Literally,
hopefully,
you erased the whole 5 touches.
You played it five.
dude,
5
I was
million
at the
times.
I was at the end of Scenario 2 and he erased everything.
You erased 5 terabytes.
What?
5 terabytes
Well,
of
this is,
info.
this is what Turbo does. He just does things.
It's like, let me format this memory card. What? You formatted the drive. there's stuff that
No.
you don't hit yes without figuring
And
out
then,
what
and
drive
then he
it
uses.
is.
and-
He deleted a lot of my Versus videos too. I had to do a lot of shit over. I was like, dude,
and then
I'm gonna
he
kill
uses,
you.
He uses my my thumb drive, which had everything. on it.
Yeah, didn't touch it.
He was like, "Hey, I used your hard drive, Al. Everything is." I'm like, "No, dude, I had shit in there."
You gotta
It's
watch
like
out
a-
for this guy. Watch out for
It's
him.
like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, man."
But yeah, we got to figure out again how to, because you got to do like a weird thing to get Scenario 2, the things from Part
You just
1
gotta
to go.
rename it.
Yeah, he's got to rename it some stupid shit, but I'll probably start that as soon as possible. The only other game I've been playing is Marvel's Avengers. I've been very,
Relentlessly.
dude.
Yeah,
I've been very stubborn
Yeah,
on
you
getting
stream that?
I've been doing new costumes. I've been trying to get new
Have
costumes.
you gotten any?
I gotten 2 today.
Really?
I was
Which
very
Which ones
happy
did you
with
get? Which ones
myself.
did you get?
All right, so I got Captain America's old one with the star.
Okay.
And I got Hawkeye's with the thing over here, with the black one with the purple lining.
Okay.
Nice.
So I got those
Yeah.
2. I was like, dude, I went through so much hell just to get these 2. I'm not doing this anymore.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, because they're trying to get me to spend the money to get all this other shit. No, I'm not spending money. Kiss my ass.
I got a question.
I have an answer.
If it was a free game, right?
Mm.
And in order to get all the stuff in the game, it cost you maybe $40 in money that you spent after you got the free game. Would you be okay?
That's not terrible.
Putting that down.
That's still not terrible. If it's a free
Free-
game,
free
Then
game.
it's no
if it's a free
longer
game, and let's
free
just say
game.
$40, you
Get
get
people
me
get
all
mad.
the
People get mad about
costumes.
any money that you have to give out, but if the game wouldn't cost you
if
anything,
it's free.
and it would have cost you like the
It's
the
free
amount
game.
of buying a game regularly, that
You get all the
everything.
costumes.
It's
$40
a
bucks.
free game.
Yep.
So
Free to play.
I
Free
can't.
to play.
If Avengers was free
Free to play,
and I had to pay for the costumes, you wouldn't hear me complaining.
and you
to be
unlock
honest.
everything for like $40.
but-
So hold on. With the free
Ooh.
game, you don't get any costumes. Period.
You can
have-
play. No, you
have
can
what
grind.
have.
No, you can grind for
You can
a
grind.
year and
You don't
get
have
all
to.
the
Or
stuff.
just-
Yeah, you don't have
okay.
to.
But
you don't
if
have
I
to
still
pay.
get the campaign
Yeah.
and like content, I can still play with people without paying money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But would you,
So,
like,
so
some
the
people
$40 is just cosmetic suits. Is this right? Is this what you're saying?
That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
that-
assuming,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the extra levels or anything. Like that's just just stuff you don't
Yeah.
really have to do
Cosmetic.
to
Oh, then
play.
it would be
It's
easy.
not going
It'd
to
be
impact the balance.
It would be easily worth it. But like you
Yeah.
know, a lot of the
But-
ones that
but-
charge for the extra mode, this and this. Nah, I can't fuck with that.
Yeah.
That's the,
No. That's yeah. And if it messes the game balance between people who can pay and people who
Yes.
don't, that's no. But the other problem there too would be, okay, if you download it free, and then you buy that, what's the guarantee that down the line you'll have access to it? That's my concern right now in the world of gaming. Is, I would much rather a game come out, spend $40 or $60 up front, have that where I never have to worry, like if I pop it in 20 years from now, it
you
works.
still get all that
But a lot of these,
Just mod your system.
Yeah, with all that
go
stuff.
It's the
download it.
online.
mod your system.
No, that's the thing about online.
That
though.
used to be the only way to play Scott Pilgrim for the longest. If
Yeah.
you didn't have it,
right?
You had to
Yeah,
go
you have to
online.
buy an Xbox 360
Right.
on eBay.
yeah, you had to.
Yeah.
How am I gonna play PT
You
if
had
my
to
PlayStation
do
dies?
$5
Yeah.
grand for an Xbox 360
Actually, I
first gen that had like the graphics card dead on it
Yeah.
from overheating. It has Scott Pilgrim on the hard drive. Here, take it.
Oh,
You
shit.
can fix the
value.
It was like, no, I'm not even joking. I saw it. Like I almost bought it. No, I,
Didn't they used to sell iPhones that had Fortnite on it? If you downloaded it, they were
Yeah.
going for a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they took it off. You
Yep.
couldn't download it no more.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they,
True.
they
Well,
psycho.
the sale of what was it? DuckTales also for the
Well, anything digital, you'd have to find
Yeah.
a way to download it. If you
Yeah.
didn't,
oh yeah. You're talking about for Wii U?
Wii
The-
U,
when
yeah,
they
the Wii U
yeah,
DuckTales.
yep.
until it went digital. I mean, until it went physical, you got it physical now.
right.
That's
that's-
messed
but
up.
But that came out. Yeah, that came out physical, and you could yeah.
And it wasn't.
But yeah, no, I mean that I remember that. Like Scott Pilgrim was the game for me,
Mm.
and I was like, I want to get it. When it came out, I'm always about a generation behind on Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah.
So like I was like, I'll wait, I'll pick up, my Xbox or whatever. I'll get that game. And sure enough, it had already been gone. So I was like, dang it. And I'm not kidding. I actually was looking on eBay to say, well, maybe I do buy like a used, console that has it on it. When I saw the prices, I was like, no way. But now Limited Run Games puts it out and we've got it on the Switch. I have the physical copy. I'm like, yes, I finally have it. Wouldn't you know it, though, I still haven't popped it in and played it.
It holds up quite well.
Yeah.
Are you
Unless
going to be
it's four
playing
players.
co-op?
Four players, it's freaking.
Yeah, no, it's glitchy.
It's
It's
glitchy as all
glitchy.
hell.
It's glitchy. It's glitchy. For 4 players. For
At
four
like
players.
2 stages.
Well, I
Yeah,
think they
yeah, yeah.
updated it, but if you
Oh,
played
okay.
it straight out
Oh,
the
yeah.
box and didn't touch it, it's glitchy on 4 players.
You can watch it on our channel.
You know what wasn't glitchy? Getting thrown off the train.
No, that wasn't a glitch. That was on.
You know
That
what
was
else-
a,
Yeah,
that was,
no,
that
no,
was an
what else wasn't-
accident.
You know what
That's
else
part
wasn't
of the
glitchy?
game.
Getting thrown off the elevator
That was part of the game.
by your teammates
That was part of the game. Man.
both times.
That was an
That
accident.
was a cinema.
That was an accident, man.
Now that's
You were in the wrong place at the wrong
it's
time. You
one of
gotta
our
be more
best
careful.
TikToks.
Oh, dude.
You gotta be
Yo,
more
just to
careful
jump
with
into the
that.
chat real quick. I just
Yeah.
want to do this before we do our outros.
Yeah.
They're talking about best themes of the cartoons. I gotta throw in Heathcliff and Inspector Gadget because I know that's not on your minds. But
Wait, what?
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector,
And
the
Wait, what is
intro-
it? How's
You hear
it?
those intros? Look, I know they're not gonna say it in the chat, but if you remember those,
Yeah, yeah.
some of
Were
those
those, were those
are
90s or were
No, I
those
know.
80s?
Of course you know it. No.
We all know it.
Oh, 90s too. I'm talking about X-Men. I'm talking about X-Men and Power Rangers. Those are dope. Don't get me wrong.
X-Men had a fire.
But they didn't have
Wait,
no
what's
words.
Heathcliff?
Oh, yeah.
What's Heathcliff? How's that one go?
I wouldn't.
Oh man, you really want to do it?
Oh,
No,
dude,
don't
dude,
do it.
I
don't
really
do it.
did.
Please,
Jay-
please,
I
don't
just,
do it.
I just got you a little bit.
No,
I want to
No,
get.
jeez. Oh, no, please. No, please, God. No, no.
Uh,
No, God, no. We're gonna cut that out real quick.
That's all. That's all.
Wait, were you guys harmonizing?
No,
with
we
him?
were
That's
just telling
not
him
good.
no.
We were trying to drown him out.
We were crying.
trying to
Yeah,
drown
we
him
were
out.
drowning him out. We don't need that right now.
Thundercats.
Oh,
had those-
Thundercats.
Sounded good, James.
Oh,
They had a dope.
Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
Very good.
Silverhawks.
No one remembers Silverhawks.
Jason's got it. I like
Don't hate on Silverhawks.
Silverhawks is
voice
dope.
like butter.
No, I know.
Silverhawks had an ill theme.
I did my
Yeah.
job saying it, and he did.
Hey, listen,
no justice.
Visionaries. People forget about Visionaries too, man.
Visionaries,
Visionaries is fire too.
Jason
man.
the Wheeled Warriors. What?
Nah, I had that. no, for real. They used to rock
That
out.
should have been a
okay,
game.
They
here,
used to rock out though.
gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
No,
Oh,
Gummy Bears
yes.
did
Yes.
have a. It did have a fire. No, it did. I have
It
to
had
admit.
no
Yes.
business being that
Disney
good.
Hell yeah.
Afternoon
It
in
had
general.
no business being that
Gummy
good.
Bears. I think it was a little too good.
Gummy
Oh,
bears,
yeah, no, it's the greatest. It's one of the best.
bouncing here
got
and
me.
there
Yes.
and everywhere.
We had a friend who used to open up his set singing that shit.
Yeah.
Remember Hardcore Johnny?
Hardcore Johnny.
Wow.
He would open up, sing this to like get loose. He would
Yeah.
sing
And-
Gummy Bears.
That's how we would test the microphone.
And
Yeah.
third season of Transformers, not the first. That's the music. That's the one.
Third season.
Third
Yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah,
Third
yeah,
season.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the dope one.
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
what about the
Yeah.
Cops cartoon?
Nah, I didn't like that.
I don't remember that one.
That was like them talking.
I did watch it though. I did watch it.
The
I did
long
watch
arm
it.
of the law. Blah, blah, blah. I sound like G.I. Joe's.
Listen, don't hate on Long Arm, man.
Wait,
It's my
wait,
dude.
wait. Refresh
I had
my
the toy,
memory.
dude.
Well, we
I don't
gotta
know
do
why I
another
remember-
topic on this.
It was like it was.
I
it
like
was
vaguely
a,
remember
It
it.
was like a straight up trumpet. Like they started talking and then it was just like a trumpet. It was
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
fire.
I'm actually gonna look it up
That's
after this
fire.
podcast.
No.
I'm gonna look it
I
up.
kind of like I vaguely remember, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Dude,
As
I
soon as
bought-
I hear it, I'll know it.
I bought Transformers the movie for the third time on disc because the 4K edition just came out last week. I'm like, damn it, I gotta buy it again.
4KJ.
Oh, wait, it's on,
4KJ.
You guys got any copies left? I'm trying to get that.
I bought that first day it was in. We had 2 copies. I bought one.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to check. because I
It's
want
got
it.
a new documentary on. I gotta watch that.
4KJ.
I want that.
4K.
4K.
Listen, nothing better than watching
4K.
something from the 80s in 4K.
4K.
By the way, none of us give a shit about 4K. Except
No,
except
I
for
don't
him.
care.
watch
I
it
kind of care
on
about 4K.
on a
60 frames,
CRT
not 4K.
television.
I got a choice. I never play in 4K.
I love how
And the
passionate.
90s Spider-Man soundtrack.
Mad passion.
Yeah.
Listen, listen. You have your 4K setup. I say get a 4K setup. Get a Game Boy with a Game Boy
Yeah.
camera. Put that into
Yes.
yeah, and then just watch it through the Game Boy camera. That's
It's
perfect.
4K. sort of, kind of.
4K, man.
Not at all.
Harry has a
Get the
Transformers
Game Boy
tattoo.
printer.
Ooh,
Get the
went
Game
all
Boy
out.
printer and have it.
Yeah, get the, you can do scene by
buy a Game Boy
scene
printer. That's
and make it a
probably
flip
costs as much
book.
as your Virtual
Make it a
Boy that
flip
you
book. Take a picture of each scene and make a flip book with your Game Boy camera and printer.
Ah.
Oh my god.
You ever seen like footage from that? It's gross.
Oh my god.
gross.
Dude, I
It's like E.T.
listen. I'm
on Atari.
I'm from the camp that's like, I'd like to play it like the way it was meant to be played, on a CRT.
Yeah, I'm on there.
That's it.
Yeah.
If it's not, if it's
Yeah.
on a fucking HD TV, it's not meant to play it.
Hey, I
on
played Fire Emblem
Hey, it
for
plays it.
GameCube. That was like pretty old. I'm like, whatever.
I'll
That
play
shit
on
was fun
whatever
as
it's
hell.
on.
Yeah.
I'll
I
play it
love
on
that
whatever I
shit.
can play it on.
But you know what? I mean, there are options now, like the retro
Yeah,
tink.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I use for
$300.
gaming footage for for retro games on a flat panel. And like right now, the saddest thing, I've got the CRT
Okay.
or CRTs, but in this room there's just not space for it. Well, there might be. I might make room for it,
Okay.
but because I miss it. But I have the retro tink set up for the TV for that, and you know what? It works, and the RetroTink 5X is getting better, and they're starting to actually create filters, CRT filters on it. They just actually announced that a firmware upgrade that has the what is it called? The not overscan. I can't think of it, but basically the screen that's behind the
overlay.
CRT that creates all the pixels.
Okay.
Like so, people talk about scan lines all the time, but a big piece of the CRT look is that you have all those little like hexagonal, image or cutouts for where
Pixels,
the
I guess you could say,
I have a
right?
mixer.
Yeah,
a mixer,
yeah.
And I don't put any scan lines on anything.
Pause.
Well, because you 4KJ.
I
It's
would too.
4KJ.
It's called Mister. What do you want me
A
to
Mister.
say?
I got a
It says
Mister.
pause,
No, I don't have
actually.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah.
Is it worth it
Oh yeah.
to get one?
Definitely.
You always, yeah.
Because I had the analog systems.
Mine
And then I was
too.
like, I should just get the
Oh,
Mister.
yeah.
So
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter to me, man.
will you stop? Listen.
Doesn't
All right.
matter to me.
ArtOfMana. Mana. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm used to saying mana. I'm used to saying mana.
What the hell did you say?
No, I said ArtOfMana.
You said Automata Mana?
He called him Automata.
My alter ego
Near
is
automata.
Automata.
Near Automata Mana.
Automata.
Near ArtOfMana.
What's the automata with you?
Yo, that's hilarious. Automata sounds like Automata. That's
Yeah,
there you go.
near
Okay.
ArtOfMana.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. Hey, listen.
You got your own game.
Listen,
You
we-
do a review on Near now.
Yeah, there you go.
But let everybody know where they can find you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Hey, look, first, Eric, Alvin, Jason, Eric, Truck, I really appreciate being here. Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
so much.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed this. This was a blast. So thank you for having me. Thanks for letting me be on the show. I do stream on Twitch. I make content on YouTube. I'm on Twitter, Discord. I have a website, artofmana.com, where you can find all of those links. I started in the world of Twitch about 6 years ago, roughly. I had wanted to get into YouTube. Eric, you're not gonna like this because of Minecraft. but I wanted to make some videos on Minecraft at the time. I was thinking, why not? Anyways, it ended up being that, because I was sort of in a couple of communities that were into Minecraft. I was like, why not? And then I ended up doing a stream, kind of impromptu, loving it because here's my sort of analogy. Twitch is like jazz. YouTube is like classical music. YouTube, you have to, edit and you compose and you put together and you create a finished, polished piece that you present.
Right.
Twitch, streaming, it's all about the improvisation. It's about going with the flow. How do you respond in real time and recognizing there's going to be some messiness along the road, but just enjoying that journey. I love it. So I love streaming. That's my favorite thing as a content creator. I started doing more YouTube recently because with my limited schedule, it was a way to kind of continue staying in touch with folks and friends of Mana in the week in between. I'm also, I try and tweet stuff on Twitter so that you can kind of stay connected to me throughout the week. But yeah, go to artofmana.com. I like to say I'm a family-friendly, E for everyone variety streamer with a focus on Nintendo, retro on original hardware, and indie titles. Love to have you and gather around that awesome campfire of gaming.
Dope.
That's awesome.
Dope. Very, very happy that you were able to come through on the podcast and then actually went how I pictured it would go, because as soon as I saw your channel, I'm like, nah, he'd be a perfect guest. He's gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time, and that's how we do on Level 857, man. That's the kind of guest we want here. We want you to come back and all that good stuff.
It's the power of positivity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We gotta have a guest that just goes against everything. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, we gotta have a bad, we need a bad guest on here, like
a nega man. I'll come back and
the opposite of you.
you guys are the worst.
Oh man.
I will destroy all of my video games and yours.
We gotta have a hater as a guest.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, man.
Our biggest hater we gotta have as a guest.
we gotta find them, bring them
We
on.
can get alternate Reggie on the show.
Alternate
Oh,
Reggie.
dude.
We'll get Troll Reggie
There
on.
you go, Troll Reggie.
You get Troll Reggie on.
Troll Reggie's
Reggie,
been
I
gone
was
for
like-
a minute.
Yeah,
That's a character.
you got rid of
No,
him.
it is
You
a
got rid of
character. He's been he trolled us a lot.
he
A lot.
loves it until Chalk beat him in Street Fighter, and then he
Humbled.
He got humbled.
Humbled.
Rad Reggie.
I have an important question for
Yes,
you
what's up?
guys, because I know there's friends of Mana that are here in the chat. Can you tell us a little bit more about your channel, what to expect, and any other places to find you guys?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. So we can hit that schedule and tell them all about.
Hell
what we
yeah.
are.
Hit him with that schedule.
This
We're
is gonna
mostly a
actually-
couch
No,
co-op channel.
don't hit anybody.
But-
Nice.
Well, yeah. Couch Co-op is the
Oh.
basis of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff you're gonna see on there is gonna be us playing multiplayer co-op games.
Yes.
Together. Even if it's online, we find a way to make that Coach Co-op.
Oops.
Coach Co-op.
Coach Callop.
We find a way to make that
Coach Carter?
Cola.
Couch Co-op. Even online, because we'll do Skype and we'll be together.
Yeah.
Even though it's a
Nice.
Couch Co-op online game.
Yes.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. You get your Avengers, you get your Suture Age 4 on there. And
Yeah, you see stuff you never thought possible.
you get some indies on there, like Overcooked. You get some
Nice
Children
Club.
of Morta on there.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of stuff on there. And then you got your streaming schedule, Algae on the Tetris Tuesdays. You got Sticks with the...
Well, if you do that-
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
It'll cut him off. It'll cut him off.
Yeah. I have
We
to
don't
end the
wanna
call.
leave.
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
man.
Got you.
No,
We
but,
got you in the call.
You got Throwback Thursdays with Sticks, and you got Fighter Fridays with Big Choco,
Yeah.
and I'm working on mine. Don't worry about it. It's
Yeah,
coming.
no,
you're
It's
not.
coming.
No,
It's
you're
coming. It's coming. As soon as you give me the graphic, man. As soon as you give me the graphic, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the laziest member of the. Let me say.
Damn.
But yeah,
He
you
only
can
books
expect
all
They
the
like
guests.
games.
Obviously, we have the podcast, so you can expect nothing but shenanigans and fun and all that on all of our streams.
Really solid. Man, you've got it down. Like, this is a great format. I liked it.
Thank you. We
man.
appreciate
Appreciate
Thank
that,
you,
man.
Hope everybody in the chat enjoyed it too. You
Yeah.
guys are awesome.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for showing
Yeah,
up.
the
And
chat
you
was
know, we
busy
do this
tonight.
every week, so hopefully you
Yeah,
guys are a fixture and you can come back and enjoy it.
That's
We'd like
right.
to do it as a friendly atmosphere, and we consider you guys out there watching us as friends. So
That's right.
You know, contribute.
And we got a Discord. If you want to join that, you can go on
Oh yeah.
Twitter. We got our
Yeah,
the
everything
link on
that's
there.
not safe for work, we put on our Discord.
I mean, we're basically not safe for work.
Yeah,
No,
for real,
but,
right?
but I mean, like beyond.
There's nothing in there.
Beyond.
How many
what we got
times
here.
did I mention my OnlyFans?
There's definitely no only.
No, well, bro, you saw the what was it?
Definitely not.
What was that?
But you know that's
Yo, he's turning red.
that's the TV.
But yeah. The kids are asleep. You go onto our Discord. You can enjoy yourself there,
It's
man.
just
Come
a
on.
chat with us. We
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
chat
Yeah.
anytime.
No, for
Y'all
real.
wanna leave, like, talk about games. It's all about all that.
Yeah, man.
So
We
listen,
we
we're all
treat
about
our-
fun, positivity. That's what the channel's about.
Yeah.
So be sure to join in and enjoy that.
We treat our Discord like our own personal group chat.
Yeah, we
Like
just.
you guys are friends, man. It's just
I showed y'all my new
showing-
Blaster Master in box.
yeah.
And it's on a thread, and that shit
Yeah.
shut down in 24 hours. I gotta delete that and put it up again.
Wow.
I don't
Yeah, right.
know how the threads work on that thing.
Yeah. Neither do I.
Cause you can't talk about it.
I don't
now.
know either.
So I'm gonna put that back up.
But hey, Art of Mana, thank you. I'm gonna
Thank
say
you.
Goodbye.
And we got to have you back on.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yes. Part
All
two.
right.
Be good, brother.
Sounds good. You too.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Do good and be well.
I'll try. I'll try to be well.
All right, now hit them with that schedule so they know what's up.
You hit him. Bam. No, that's not the
that's not the
schedule.
schedule.
No. Hold on one second. No, just
We're
I like that
Be
graphic
easy.
though.
Be
That
easy
graphic,
be easy
that
with
gra-
me. Yeah?
That,
We're chatting.
that graphic is dope
Be
though.
easy. We
I
were
do
just
like it.
chatting. We were just chatting.
Nah, let's get
And
that.
now,
Bam.
and now we're going into the streaming schedule.
That was-
guys.
imagine if I got that hype.
Jesus
If I got that hype. Like, come on.
No, man. Every first Monday of every month, guys, you got to know that we have the Indie eShop recap, and we look at indie game trailers in the eShop
Fun show.
live. You don't want to miss it because it's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. First Monday of every month.
It's
on
always a good time.
YouTube.
YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
YouTube.
I forgot to put the other graphic up so you can see the
don't know.
different.
It's all
But
good.
it's all good. But if you watched our podcast on Saturday, you already know the new setup. But anyway, Tetris Tuesday with Algae857 on Twitch. You got to watch that next week. You don't know what we're gonna play.
I know.
It's gonna be Tetris.
Yep.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
Tetris.
Tetris.
But you don't know what I'm gonna play. I don't even know what I'm gonna play.
Could be Mickey's Tetris.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But actually, you know what? I'm gonna try. I gotta get this this game working. I have the physical copy of the game. I don't have the console. However, I know that there's emulators of this, and I gotta get it working.
Make it happen.
So I'm gonna say it now. I'm taking a risk because I'm gonna say it now. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't even tested it.
False advertising.
you might not play this.
Panasonic 3DO Tetris.
Though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I still have yet to play it. I've never played it yet.
Could be the best one.
But
Who's
it's
your
going to be
favorite?
live. It's going
Alright.
to be live Tuesday. You want to see me play it.
Is it full motion video?
Is it going to be,
motion-
well,
full motion
are you going to see me frustrated? I don't know. I don't
think
know,
we
but you gotta tune in to watch it. So, Tetris Tuesday with Algae857. And then, of course, on YouTube as well. Well, not as well, but on YouTube with the Indie eShop recap. The only two shows that we have on YouTube is the Video Game Podcast. We do this live every single Wednesday, y'all.
Unless
Every single
otherwise
Wednesday.
specified.
Yeah, man.
Like when we have to go
Unless
do a
we-
live show somewhere.
Yeah, unless we do a fucking
Live
is
show
that?
somewhere.
Convention.
no, what was it? I was good. I forgot the name of this freaking thing too.
An expo?
Yes.
Long Island
Retro
Long
Gaming
Island
Expo.
Retro
Oh,
Gaming
gamer.
Expo. Thank you. All right.
Every Wednesday,
Thank you.
7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live video game podcast. And
then
every
we got-
Thursday, what we got?
We got Throwback Thursdays with me, Sticks. I'll play some old shit.
Damn, yo, dude.
Yo, I
Yeah,
play
dude.
some old
I play
shit.
some old shit with a
play-
cane and a fucking.
I'll
See,
play
we're
some
not safe
retro-
for work.
I'll play some retro titles.
Not safe.
And I think actually this week, I am not diehard sure, but I'm gonna try and play Saru's game, Saru Maru.
Oh,
Shout out to Saru.
I'm gonna try and play FX Unit Yuki. I
Oh,
gotta see
nice.
How I can get the Dreamcast up and running?
Remember, do not skip the tutorial.
No. I got this.
you gotta play it the right way, though.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna play that.
You're not gonna play no emulator.
Listen.
4K. I'm sorry.
No, I have to. I'm gonna
I have
find
it
a-
set up upstairs. I have it set
Listen,
up
4K
upstairs.
J
I'm gonna find a way to play it. I'm gonna try and do it by tomorrow, and hopefully you guys are there to check it out.
Find a way to play it. It's set up.
No, man. Last time I tried, the music was skipping and shit. I can't play off the Dreamcast straight. So I'm gonna try and do it. So I set it up. All right,
Nice.
but yeah, I'm gonna try and play FX Unit Yuki.
We gotta give Saru the
I
holler
gotta give him
on
a
that.
shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
give him a holler
yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
No,
Stop
no.
by.
Big
Shout
big
out to
ups.
Saru.
Yep.
And on Friday, what we got going?
We got Fighter Fridays with your boy Big Chuck, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live on Twitch. And I play fighting games and maybe a beat 'em up. But either way, someone's gonna get beat up.
Maybe
What you
a
what you got going
always
on?
play
when was the last time you played a beat 'em up?
Damn.
It's been a while. But
Play Pit Fighter though.
You're gonna play Power Rangers? Y'all play.
I might just I was
Ninja
gonna
Turtles.
I was thinking about like maybe Virtual
Do
Fighter
that
5
game-
or Street
do that
Fighter
game
5,
get
but
one
I
up.
think I might do Power Rangers.
Do that game
Dude.
get Power Rangers?
Might do Power
I'll play
Rangers.
that shit.
Do that game
I'll
get
play
Power
that
Rangers
shit.
though?
I was talking about the fighting game, bro.
Whatever.
Game Gear Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
How
Power
you gonna
Rangers
set
all
that
day.
shit
No,
up,
man.
dude?
Yo, Power Rangers, for real. I'm down.
All right.
I'm down.
That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I love it when Choke, like, if people have such a Choke, just gives people a face like,
Dude.
only
motherfucker,
got-
leave me alone.
Yeah, dude. It's his show. It's his show too. It's like
I love
what
it.
the fuck?
I fucking love it.
You only got 2 minutes before we go overtime, though.
Oh, shit.
No, that's true. All right, yo, guys.
Shout out to the chat.
yeah.
Shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome as always.
Shout out to Mana.
Listen, hit up that thumbs up button. All right, it helps us out a lot.
That
It
Street
helps
Fighter
us out.
challenge, though. I got you. I
If
got
you-
you, ArtOfMana.
If you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Subscribe, please do that. That's
right.
If you're already subscribed, share the video with other people.
Tell a friend.
Let motherfuckers know who we are.
Not safe for work. That's who we are.
All right, well, you know what? And join our Discord, because that's
Even less safe
no,
for work.
anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah, even less safer. Yeah.
Y'all have
Um,
a good one, yo.
No,
We
man.
appreciate it as
You
always.
guys are awesome as always. We always have fun. We love it, man. You guys are our friends. We're friends. We're all in this community together.
Be a level head. Join the Discord.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
We out.
That being said,
See y'all next time.
see y'all next week.